好，我们现场的各位朋友、各位参赛者，欢迎走进2022年加拿大青少年商业创意大赛的现场直播。那今天呢，我们会在现场以 Zoom meeting 的形式和我们现场的2种形式和大家见面。现在我们的大会即将开始，首先有请我们的主持人和大家见面，有请2位。
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to extend a warm welcome to everyone for attending today's event.
把你的麦克风靠近一些。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I want to extend a warm welcome to everyone for attending today's exciting event, the annual CYFA Business Proposal Competition Planned with a Purpose. My name is Steven and I'm today's host.
尊敬的各位嘉宾、评委老师、女士们、先生们，大家早上、晚上好！欢迎大家各位参加1年1度的加拿大青少年商业创意大赛。我是你们的主持人小麦 Melody。
Founded in 2013, the Canadian Youth Funding Association, CYFA, is a registered Canadian nonprofit organization that encourages, educates, and energizes youth to achieve their maximum potential. We are proud to support over 500 ambitious youths nationwide annually.
加拿大青少年基金会 CYFA 成立于2013年，是一家注册的加拿大非营利组织，旨在鼓励、教育和激励青少年发挥最大潜力。我们很荣幸每年在全国范围内为500多位雄心勃勃的青少年提供各种各样的支持与机会。
CYFA prides itself on the sense of community it provides its members, which is evident in the number of previous members who return after their graduation to give back to the CYFA community in terms of leadership and mentorship. Our programs and events are designed to empower youth to overcome any barriers and challenges that they may face pursuing their dreams. Together, we will work hard to ensure that CYFA will always maintain a strong sense of community and support for our members and beyond to thrive regardless of the field they choose to pursue.
从已经毕业的 CYFA 会员上所得到的回馈就可以看出 ，CYFA 因可以为成员们提供的平台和机会引以自豪。我们的活动旨在帮助青少年和年轻人克服追求梦想的时候可以遇到任何障碍和挑战。我们将共同努力，确保 CYFA 始终保持着强烈的社区意识，并支持我们的会员 蓬勃发展，无论他们的选择追求哪个领域。Today's competition has 2 subdivisions. Now let's turn to the Vancouver West Division.
好，那现在呢，我们把现场的我们本来这个多伦多现场的手机和我们的 Zoom 都先关一下，好吗？现在我们一起来看到我们的温哥华的现场，可以吗？
Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Zhang from Vancouver. 大家好，我是安主张，是来自温哥华，是本次活动主持人之一。Thank you for all of you taking the time out of your busy schedules to participate today.
Hello everyone, my name is Sophie Chen from Vancouver, and I will be another one of the hosts for today's event. 大家好，我是 Sophie Chen，来自温哥华，是本次活动的主持人之一。感谢每一位来宾抽出宝贵的时间参加加拿大青少年商业创意大赛。 After nearly a decade of hard work and development, CYFA has achieved outstanding results for its members with support from globally recognized organizations, such as the prestigious United Nations UNICEF. Our CYFA UNICEF ambassador and our CYFA members are encouraged to make donations, host, and sponsor charity events throughout the years. CYFA is proud to have provided its members with opportunities ranging from mentorship, entrepreneurship, experience through our annual business proposal competition, as well as professional industry experiences. Incumbent positions such as parliamentary offices and well-known financial institutions and investment banks. Previous CYFA members in Toronto, Vancouver, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Prince Edward Island, and other places have achieved acceptance to some of the world's most prestigious post-secondary institutions, including Harvard University, New York University, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Johns Hopkins University, and many more. Some of them have gone on to start and operate their own successful companies, raise millions in venture capital, and realize their entrepreneurial dreams.
经过10年的艰苦努力和发展 ，CYFA 帮助会员在各个方面获取了杰出的成就，得到了享有的声望的联合国儿童基金会会长的连场支持。我们 CYFA UNICEF 慈善大使 Bruce 协同成员，每年都会举办慈善晚会，赞助并帮助更多的孩子。CYFA 很自豪可以成为会员们为会员提供机会，这包括通过我们的年度商业计划参赛提供。
要不怎么看到人啊？
创业经验以及高薪职位，如国会办公室、著名的金融机构和投资银行。历届多伦多、温哥华、萨省、曼省、爱德华王子岛等地的 CYFA 会员，已对哈佛大学、纽约大学、麻省理工学院、约翰霍普金斯大学等知名大学专院录取。更值得一提是，他们中一些人继续举办并盈利自己的成功公司，筹集了数百万风险投资，并实现他们的创业梦想。
Never enough about CYFA's history, let's direct our full attention to our extending competition today. As you all know, the annual CYFA Business Proposal Competition, Flying with a Purpose, is CYFA's most famous signature event. Since the start, the competition has boasted the most creative, talented, and innovative participants from across Canada.
相信你对。
好，我们相信大家对 CYFA 的历史已经有了非常多、足够多的了解。那众所周知啊，我们每年的 CYFA 商业计划书，
他们的商业计划书建立到成功运营公司中，这些公司每年赚取并吸引数百万的风险投资。尽管结构相似，但今年比赛与往年将有所不同。
Before we move on, introducing our special guests and VIP judges, as well as how the competition will proceed, we want to take a moment and congratulate all of our participants for joining today. Entrepreneurship is one of the biggest drivers of economic growth, and we are so excited to see so many members of our CYFA community get involved to experience entrepreneurship through our Plan with a Purpose competition. Without a doubt, you guys will be promising leaders and change makers for our tomorrow. I wish you guys the best luck, not that you will need it.
好，现在请把我们的现场转回到多伦多，有请2位主持人。
I just want to thank our hosts from Vancouver for joining us today, and now I want to take this opportunity to introduce a familiar face of CYFA, Ms. Jane Lee. Jane is currently a director on CYFA's board of directors, and she's also the founder and CEO of Peer One, the first online marketplace for college application support. Jane has helped numerous CYFA members secure the university acceptances, including acceptances to Ivy League schools, NYU, Johns Hopkins, and many more. In her spare time, she loves dedicating her time and efforts to youth education and empowerment, as she is also a member of UNICEF's Women Unlimited.
Jane 是 CYFA 董事会的董事，她同时也是 Peer One 的创始人和 CEO。高中生可以在这里与顶尖大学的本科生进行1对1的交流。Jane 帮助许多 CYFA 的成员获得常春藤盟校、纽约大学、约翰霍普金斯大学等录取。同时，她也是儿童基金会的妇女组织成员。让我们有请 Jane 上台与我们见面。
Thank you for the introduction, Stephen and Melody, and welcome everybody to the 9th annual CYFA Plan with a Purpose competition. I know we have a lot of amazing, innovative, talented youth lined up today, so I'll make what I have to say very short. So in September of this year, I had the privilege and honor of attending the United Nations General Assembly in New York. One common theme kept coming up regardless of what we were discussing, whether it was world hunger, poverty, or even climate change. And that was we cannot expect to change the world with the same tools. This means innovative entrepreneurship is the solution that we need to make the world a better place. And that starts right here today at the CYFA Plan with a Purpose Competition 2022. So thank you so much, and I can't wait to see what everybody has prepared.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you. What a wonderful afternoon. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for today's event, we also have an amazing panel of VIP guests to be here with us. And so right now, please welcome. 首先呢，让我们一起要有请到的是荣升约克区域议员、万锦市副市长 Michael Chen 陈国志先生和大家见面。Please welcome Michael Chen.
Thank you very much, and of course, very delighted to be here. And first and foremost, I want to thank the organization CYFA for doing such a wonderful work for the last 9 years, and of course, my good friend Winnie and Li Hong for also being the backbone of this great initiative. I was about the young people's age when I came to Canada. That was 50 plus years ago. I can tell you at that time, it's not really much about innovation. It's not really much about proposal or entrepreneurship. I can tell you at that time, it's really industrial or very laborious work. And in particular, in the Chinese community, it's only 2 jobs. One is the laundry job, and the other one is the restaurant job. So I feel very, very lucky for the young people that I'm seeing today. And also thank you so much again for Winnie and Li Hong for such a wonderful job of creating such a different environment for us to progress, for us to moving ahead in the future. So I know that in the last 9 years, there's so many proposals, so many education institutions participate, and so much talent with your brain, talent with something new that you can really benefit the world that is ahead of us. So congratulations for all the winners, and congratulations for all the participants. May you have a good day today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Respond International because this platform makes lots of difference on the way we're growing up. Thank you very much. Okay, so right now I'm going to introduce MP Majidu Harris, representative, going to have a greeting letters for this CYFA. Please welcome Wendy Liao and Jin Li, and also our 2 MCs and those participants on the stage. Let's have a picture. Thank you. Please welcome everyone to have a picture on the stage. Yeah, all the participants, all the judges. Michael, please welcome. 这是我们加拿大青少年基金会的成员。那我们很多成员呢，因为在温哥华，还有 Saskatoon， 还有我们 different regions. So let's have a picture right now here. Thank you, guys. Teacher, go. Hảo, 来，一起来到舞台上和大家见面，来走，一起到前面，对，到前面 ，front the line。好 ，the first layer is 你等啊呗 ，OK， 谢谢 Alice。Alice come。我们都说青少年是我们未来祖国的发展方向。现在呢，我们看到了，我们有更多的青少年加入到我们瑞邦金融伯父平台，我们的青少年基金会。因为在这里面，我们不单单提供的是给孩子们的一个创造的机会。CC， 同时呢，让他们打开他们的思维，一起来看更多的、更广阔的世界。感谢瑞邦金融，谢谢。 好 ，Thank you， 谢谢，谢谢。好，在这里呢，我也希望能够 take this opportunity to thank all the parents and teachers and coach. Thank you. 再次感谢我们各位 VIP 政要嘉宾的致辞和对我们本次活动的大力支持。Thank you all. Let's turn our camera to Vancouver. 谢谢，让我们现在把镜头转向我们的温哥华的会场。感谢各位，谢谢。嗨。
The CYFA CEO People was named Miss Intercontinental Canada 2020. He has just won 4th place in the 2021 World Miss Intercontinental Power of Beauty 2021 Egypt against some of these countries. Haley attends the Miss Intercontinental Universe 50th Anniversary Egypt Finals as a judge on October 14, 2022. CYFA 请会长 Haley 国富科技 CEO 荣获加拿大2020年洲际小姐。她在埃及与73个国家对战中赢得了2020年洲际小姐第4名，以及赢得 Miss Intercontinental Power of Beauty 2022年10月14日。片里作为片尾出席了环球洲际小姐50周年的总决赛。Welcome Kitty Lee's speech.
Hello, everyone in Vancouver and all the way back home in Toronto. I'm very honored to be here today. I want to say I used to be your Miss Canada 2021, and what I have learned from this experience is the fact that confidence is key. Building this business proposal today for all the youth today, I want to say good luck, and even if you don't win any awards, it means that you have tried and motivated yourself through every workshop and every aspect of the business program, polished it to today. And I want to say that, remember, there are no boundaries that CYFA has set for you, and therefore you can always become anyone and anywhere, go anywhere you want to go in the future. And I want to say thank you for CYFA for giving me this platform, and I created it back when I was 13 for youths to come together as a community and become the best versions of themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin Lee, for your wonderful speech. Right now, let's introduce Zhengnan Wang, a member of the Youth Foundation 8 years ago, is now a successful entrepreneur. Not only has been venture capital fund investment, its project in 3D application is recognized by the world. Now we will join Wang Zhengnan through the Zoom meeting.
王正南是8年前基金会会员，现在创业成功，不但已获得风险投资的投资。在其他3D 应用方面更是得到全世界的认可。现在我们将一起通过 Zoom 会议连线王正南。
Oh, hey. Hello. Hello. Can everybody hear me? Yes? No? Hello?
7. Okay, Zhengnan, we can hear you. Please speak.
Great, awesome. So guys, my name is Wang Zhengnan, but feel free to call me Jack. Also known as Jack in Canada. So actually, I just did a little note like 15 minutes ago. So I guess I'll just do like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes introduction and give you guys, young guys, folks, some advices of how to try to become successful startup as a CEO. But anyway, for the introduction, my name is Jack, and I've been knowing CYFA for since 2017, and it's like 5 years, 6 years already from now. So it's my pleasure to being able to follow along this epic journey and see everybody is growing so fast. That's really good, and congratulations to you guys. And a little bit of story about me. So I graduated from 2018 from McMaster University as an engineering and management student. And so I thought, okay, let's do the startup right after the graduation. So I did. So my startup company was called Kiri Innovation. And what we do is we try to make 3D scanning technology a little bit more affordable and a little bit more accessible back in time and still right now. And from that mission to here, it's been like 4 years already. And well, during the 4 years, we've been, running pretty much every single roadblock you could ever imagine, but we still survive, and we're doing pretty good. And so within the 4 years of the road we've been through, we raised a couple $million US. We've been 4 rounds, and right now we are at Series A, and we're still growing fast. Yeah, so I mean, like, I know I'm talking about, to give you guys some advices about being a successful startup and CEOs. Yeah, I just listed like 3 super quick notes, and I'll try to elaborate on each one of it to try to inspire you guys and, well, at least, let you start to think about what you actually want as being a startup and as being a CEO, all right? Yeah, so number 1 on my list is, as a CEO of your startup, never ever stop selling. Because, for me, like being an engineering student, like before when I was student, I was like, okay, selling's not my thing, right? I've been trained as engineer, I'm good at math, I'm good at physics, I'm good at computer, but, we'll just leave the selling to somebody else, salesperson maybe. But once you start having your own company, that's not the case anymore. Selling is your number 1 issue as a CEO. All right. Yeah. When we're talking about selling, it's not only, sell the product to your customers. Well, of course, that's like the most important thing, but also it's about selling yourself, as a representative of a company to your investors, or, branding yourself as the representative of the company to make sure that your customers trust your brand and yourself, right? These are all about selling, right? Which means, you have to think really carefully about who you are and what type of person you want to be, or what type of person you want to represent, in publicly. So that's pretty much, but that's all pretty much selling. For example, for like maybe some of you guys were looking for a job, right? You were, doing your resume and trying to, make yourself more standing out from all other candidates. That's also selling, right? Selling yourself to other people. That's also very important to start up as a startup, a new company, because you have to sell yourself to a lot of different people, right? Have to sell yourself to investors, have to sell yourself to your customers, and also you have to sell yourself to employees, because if you're not a good enough person, no one's going to follow you, right? Have to be a leader, and to be a leader, have to sell yourself to make sure everybody trusts you, so you can convince them. That's also selling. So once you're in this kind of game, never ever stop selling. And actually, there's a saying like I heard like a while ago, back when I was in Toronto, when I just started the startup. It was actually, there's a guy. He was a very successful entrepreneur also, and there was a question that asked him like, how did he define when a company is dead, right? And that person said, okay. He said, well, okay.
郑楠 ，sorry to 打断你一下啊，你让我们更加期待能够见到你了。那刚才呢，给我们介绍了非常多非常好的这些经验，给我们的学弟学妹们，包括玉华老师呢，也都学到了，非常感谢你。那我们以后有更多的时间一起来交流更好、更充足的我们的一些经验，好不好，郑楠？
好的。
啊哈，谢谢。好，现在呢，把屏幕转回到我们多伦多的会场，有请。
Thank you, Jinan Wang, for your speech. We're so lucky today to have a panel of 5 outstanding, accomplished, and knowledgeable judges. Each judge has a slightly different background, which will contribute to the diversity of perspectives, ensuring the maximum value for each participant. Now we are pleased to introduce the judges to you. First up is Dr. Ma Zhenzhong. He's a professor at the University of Windsor, Odette School of Business, and the department chair for the management department, and he'll be joining us on the Zoom screen. Next, we have a familiar face, Miss Li Lianpian. She is a ICF certified coach, previous senior executive in Coca-Cola China, and founder of CCG Learning and Coaching Service Company. Following, we have Jane. Jane is currently a director on CYFA's board of directors, and she is also the founder and CEO of Pier 1. Next, we have Mr. Sean Lee. He is a current product manager at DeliverAct, a restaurant technology software as a service company that has managed over 90 million online orders worldwide. Lastly, but definitely not least, let's welcome Mr. Joe Lair. He holds CPA, CMA, and MBA degrees. And Mr. Lair used to work at CIBC Bank, and he's a senior financial expert and educator. Thank you for your attendance.
今天我们很荣幸邀请到了5名杰出、有成就且知识渊博的评委，每个评委的背景略有不同，这将有助于确保每个参赛者的价值最大化和观点的多样性。首先，我将非常荣幸地为大家介绍本次大赛的评委，他们是温莎大学奥黛特商学院教授、管理区主任马振中博士 ，ICF 认证教练，前可口可乐中国公司高管。 CCG 创始人李林平女士 ，Jane 目前是 CYFA 的董事会董事，她也是 Peer One 的创始人和首席执行官。还有 Sin Lee 先生，他是 DeliverAct 的现任产品经理。DeliverAct 是一家餐饮技术软件服务公司，管理着全球超过9000万份在线订单。最后，让我们欢迎 Joe Lair 先生，他拥有 CPA、CMA、MBA 等多个学位及资质。 他曾经在 CIBC 银行工作过，是一位经验丰富的资深教育家。非常感谢各位评委的莅临，谢谢你们。
Welcome and thank you, everyone. Before welcoming our first competitor to the stage, let's welcome our Miss Winnie Liao to deliver her remarks. Miss Liao is the president of Respond Wealth Management Group. She has over 30 years' experience in the financial industry and is most known for her outstanding performance among peers as top performance entrepreneur in the national rankings of many large renowned Canadian financial institutions. In addition to her national rankings, she has also received the highest prestige of being a member of the top table within the $1 Million Roundtable, where she was awarded lifetime member of top table MDRT in 2009. Winnie is more than just a financial expert. Winnie is also an avid philanthropist who impacts every community she is a part of, including CYFA. CYFA would not be where it is today without the continued support from our corporate partners and sponsors, especially Respond Wealth Management and Miss Winnie Liao. Without further ado, please welcome Miss Winnie Liao to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thanks, Michael Chen, our Duplia Mayor. Thanks all the distinguished judge panel and like Sean Lee, my dear son, Li Linping, Joe, and Ma Zhenzhong on the room, and Jen Li. I'm proud of our CYFA. We have over 10 years experience in our Chinese community. Today, we have a Vancouver office, we have Saskatchewan, we have Calgary, we have Waterloo. So today is a final competition. We go through the whole year. Each month, Jen Li and Sean Li and the other professor make a coach and to training these young kids how to be think like a business, the idea and model. We have a truly model and successful like Erica Wang Zhennan, who did the 3D printing business and now is in Shenzhen, China. His company worth over $1 billion. So I'm proud of in the future, after COVID-19, I would say the economic is very hard time and is very, very need you are the unique, how to build yourself, to build the GDP. So think about who you are and how you can do. The Harvard University told everyone, you just use your 5% branding. So you brain, you can think, you can do. But most people told themselves, no, I cannot, due to I'm only 16 years old. I'm 12 years old. I'm 25 years old. But Michael, 70 years old, still can be election. Thank you, Michael Chen. So that's a role model. I would like to long life to 300 years old and never to be retired. I always help you guys, the young kids, and you are our future. 大家好，我是最激动的那一个，因为我有5个孩子，我真的没有办法，我就创办了青少年基金会，让他们自己打自己，自己教育自己。所以世界上有一句话说 ，Apple cannot be far from the tree。所以我们中国也说了，这个 孩子的教育。苹果不可以调离苹果树，但我创造了奇迹。苹果如果是站在梨子树底下，站在这个樱桃树底下，它可以吸收更多的营养。其实每一个孩子，你们知道我今天最想告诉你们的是什么吗？你们拥有一切。我50岁了，我每天都是感恩和拥有一切，因为你还没有生病，你还没有因为 COVID-19 disable， 你还可以走，你还可以做很多的事情。为什么不珍惜时间？去做你想做的那一个。所以孩子们，你们拥有一切，我希望你们加油。我也预祝今天所有的孩子们的商业创业能带给你们人生的一个起点。你应该告诉自己，你是最棒的，你是最可以的，你可以走向世界上最顶端。所以我们华人的家庭为什么不能再出一个类似于 Elon Musk 这样的孩子呢？所以我觉得我们现在的企业家，你看我们的香丽、黄正兰、我们的坚丽，我们很多还有 Caitlin， 还有我们很多的孩子 York Wang， 现在在 Hopkins 医学院，他们都在自己的 dream 里面很高兴的发展着。在青基会的孩子，刚才说到了，王正兰讲的特别好 ，sales， 你要 sell yourself， 你有什么 different？你有什么 creative？ 你要努力 hard work， 你要 appreciate thanks for， 谢谢谢谢。好，预祝每一个选手能获得圆满的成功，谢谢。
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Liao, for your always incredibly insightful and motivating speech. Now that we have met all the guests and judges, let the competition begin. Each competitor will be given 5 minutes to deliver their plan with a purpose presentation. And in the interest of time, judges will be given 1 to 2 questions for Q&A.
非常感谢廖总激动人心的演讲，这为今天的比赛开了一个好头。本次比赛，每位参赛者拥有5到10分钟的时间提交他们的商业创意大赛。然后呢，在演讲之后，评委有问答时间。
Let us welcome to the stage today's first participant, Serena Wang.
那话不多说，让比赛正式开始。欢迎今天本次的第1位选手 Serena Wang。
好，有请 Serena Wang。好 ，Serena 开始你的演讲。
Hi everybody, my name is Serena and I'm here to pitch my business proposal for my company, Regarment. Now, before I begin, I'd like to ask you all a few questions. First, raise your hand if you like getting free clothing. Yeah. Okay, now raise your hand if you regularly donate your old clothes. Great, so now, what if I told you that you could get free clothing just from donating your old clothes with my company, Regarment? So Regarment is an online platform that will aim to reduce landfill clothing waste by sustainably recycling garments in a consumer-driven system, one piece at a time. Okay, so what real-world problems does my company actually address? First, people need an incentive to responsibly donate or recycle their old clothing. Second, shoppers are becoming increasingly concerned about the high costs of shopping and buying new clothes. And lastly, it's difficult for shoppers to try out different clothing options in a budget-friendly way. The solution to these issues is Regarment, an online platform where users can donate their old clothes in return for unique secondhand clothing at extremely low prices. With this platform, users can reduce clothing waste and clear up closet space. They can trade unwanted clothing for new pieces. They will save money when buying clothing, and they can explore a variety of different pieces to develop their personal taste. So here's how it works. First, users list clothing that they want to donate on the website, similar to Etsy or eBay listings. When someone buys a piece of clothing from that user's profile, the user receives 1 credit. This credit can then be used to purchase any piece of clothing free of charge listed on the website by the other users. The only costs that users pay are shipping fees and a monthly subscription cost for access to these services. So for unregistered users, each piece would have a set price, around thrift store pricing, which they would pay in addition to shipping fees. To list clothing on the website, users must register to maintain seller legitimacy. Now, what value do customers actually gain from my company? Well, first, Regarment provides an outlet for customers to sustainably donate their old unwanted clothes, providing them emotional rewards as they can give away their unwanted clothing to people who would truly benefit from them. Next, it offers free secondhand clothing from other users in return, which allows users to save money on clothing expenses. And lastly, it gives users a variety of clothing styles and options at a budget, which again saves money for hesitant shoppers, and it's also more convenient for users who prefer to do their shopping from home. So let's get a little bit into the competitive analysis. The most similar business structures to my plan is Rehash Clothes, which allows users to swap clothes directly with another member. The second is Swap Society, in which users send their clothing to a centralized location. The value of their clothing is appraised, and in return, they receive a unique currency that they can spend on the website. The last competitor is H&M's clothing recycling program, where customers are given a 10% discount on their next H&M purchase. So what does my company have that my competitors don't? Well, first of all, users aren't limited in product selection, which makes it more convenient than, for example, Rehash Clothes. What I mean by this is that in some alternatives, clothing swaps are made only when traders both agree. It's difficult to find a trade that satisfies both sides, which is why my model doesn't require a direct trade. It's also more time efficient than some other alternatives. Instead of going through a long appraisal process, users can earn their benefits directly and more efficiently. So overall, Regarment combines the best aspects of each substitute and is designed with user convenience and satisfaction in mind. Now, for my marketing strategy, I would first promote mainly with social media ads, since they can easily reach a large audience in a single post. I would also use influencer sponsorships to promote and generate attention with their followers. And lastly, I would have discounts for the startup launch and certain holiday sales events to attract more customers. My target audience is environmentally inclined youth who are interested in fashion and who would be more familiar with online platforms like this. I would sell my service through my soon-to-be website, and we would rely on sellers to deliver packages using Canada Post. Now, for my business model, I have 3 sources of revenue: advertisers, regular users, and unregistered customers. Customers pay for access to services, either through a monthly subscription fee or one-time purchase costs. Advertisers would pay for spaces to display their ads at varying prices depending on the size and frequency of their ads. The profit made from this model would be 100% of the subscription revenue, purchase revenue, and ad fees, minus the expenses it would take to promote and maintain the business. So this is different from platforms such as eBay, which takes a small chunk of user sales, since our users will be earning credits rather than money. This means that all the money that is processed on our platforms will be converted directly into revenue. And this is how my company will be able to sustain itself while still providing affordable prices for consumers. Finally, for my investment ask, I'm looking for $3,000 in funding to develop my online platform and to launch my marketing strategy. So $1,000 for my platform development, which encompasses website design, logistics, and maintenance costs. For my marketing strategy, I'm asking for $2,000 for ad development and online promotion through apps such as Instagram and Facebook. I would also use a portion of this money to sponsor internet influencers, as previously mentioned. So thank you for your attention. Now, do you have any questions for me?
OK， 谢谢 Serena。我相信呢，我们的扎志会有他们的问题，但是稍等一会儿。那在这里呢，还是要提醒我们每一位参赛者，一定要掌握好我们的时间。谢谢 Serena， 可以，对我们下来稍作休息。好，接下来和大家见面的是我们的2号选手 Leslie Wong。好 ，Leslie 拿着你的麦克风 ，Serena 来休息一下。请大家一定要注意一下我们的时间啊，到时候呢，我们的 judge， 我们的评委老师会有他们自己的 highlight 和大家一起来见面，谢谢。
Hi everyone, my name is Leslie Wong and this is my business proposal presentation. So the name of my business is called New Era College Application, and our vision is to become the most useful website to high school students. Applying to university is a very difficult thing to do, which many of you in this room may know. It's super stressful and more often than not, super overwhelming. I know that when I personally look at a university website, I get extremely overwhelmed. So the purpose of this website is to try to minimize that stress. In order to do that, I created a website called New Era College Application. So the problem is that, like previously mentioned, university websites are extremely overwhelming and can often make you dread university instead of being excited for it. Another problem is that it's difficult to find people to carefully go through your application and your essays. So there are many websites like this one. However, they only cover one area. For example, Ontario University's information, like the name, only looks at schools in Ontario. Niche only looks at schools in the US. The purpose of my website will cover schools internationally. So I would say that this website covers all grades in grade 11 and 12 that are experiencing this problem as they begin to look into college and application details. Some grade 10s may also experience this as they just start looking into programs that they want to go to. This website targets students all across North America ranging from 10 to 12 and students all over the world looking to apply to universities. Right now, there are roughly 18,000 students in grade 12 in Ontario and 149,000 students in grade 11. Based off of those numbers, if every student is looking to apply to university, my market size would be roughly 33,000. The solution. My solution to this problem is by creating a website that brings information from universities into one place. By doing this, students are able to better understand the school and what their programs entails. I hope to give students a place where they can find all the information they would need about their dream school. I also want to give students a space where they can ask any questions that they have about their applications and their essays. Also anything regarding visas for international students. So this website will allow students to send in their college applications, and there are consultants to check out to see where they can improve. So the website has two components. The first component lists every university, admission criteria, different programs, and criteria for international students. And then it also includes everything from campus life to student life. Then the second component is a paid subscription. So by having this subscription, you are able to access consultants 24/7. These consultants are there to answer any and all questions that you may have. So New Era does not promise admission into colleges. However, we promise that you will get all information you need regarding college and universities presented to you in the best way possible. We will deliver the most clear and concise information so that you have a very clear image of what could be your life for the next 4 years. We will give our best quality of work when looking through your applications and your essays, as well as answering any questions. So here for you, I have a comparison chart from New Era and 3 other websites similar. So there are websites such as Common App, Ontario University's Info, and Niche. And as you can tell, the differences from my website and these websites are that most of these websites only cover one area, and my website will cover universities internationally. In addition, my website also includes the consultant component, which a lot of these websites don't have. All right. So from this website, I will make money through the subscription portion. It comes in 2 terms. It's $100 for 6 weeks and $150 for 10 weeks. And the costs and expenses are through website developing, hiring teammates, maintenance work on the website, as well as marketing, which I will break down numbers for you in a moment. And from these numbers, my profit margin will be roughly $1.7 million in 3 years. So how do I plan to market my business? So through schools, social media, and radios, social media such as Instagram ads and TikTok videos. So for social media is very common, however, schools, I think that the best way to get information is straight from the source. So example, from teacher to student. When guidance counselors are having meetings with their grade 11 and 12 students, they could use my website as an example to show different schools and different programs. And since my target audience are students these ages, they can find this website earlier and find it more helpful. And for radios, so 30 seconds for a radio ad is roughly $1,000. If I do two 30-second radio ads every month, that would be $2,000. And based on those numbers, I would need roughly $72,000 for marketing. So finally, my investment ask. So to begin my business, I would need roughly $1.2 million. And to break down these numbers, software development would be $55,000. 3 years worth of customer service salary, which is 5 employees, is roughly $87,000. Software maintenance is $240,000, and finally marketing is $72,000. So adding all of these numbers up together, that becomes $1.2 million. Thank you for listening.
谢谢 ，Thank you，Thank you Leslie。好，现在呢是我们的3号选手，他要做他的 proposal。Deja Mel Sherlock。
Hi everyone, my name is Deja May Sherlock, and today I'm introducing my business plan of a multi-internship program for students both in high school and university to figure out who they are and what they want to go into. Who here has had 3 or more jobs in their lifetime? Yep, quite a few of you. And who here is a completely different person now than they were 10 years ago? My business plan will solve this solution and help young people find out who they are and what they want to go into by offering them the ability to gain hands-on experience in their fields that they would like to go into. First, I'd like to introduce this quote you may or may not know. I'm going to read the English version. You can read the Chinese version for you. Knowing others is intelligence, but knowing yourself is true wisdom. Because you can communicate with others, you can know others, and it's intelligent because you'll understand how to communicate with different groups of people. But knowing yourself is true wisdom because that is how you proceed in this world. And the one person you will always have by your side is yourself. All right, so the purpose of our business is to give both students and businesses the opportunity to understand their new jobs and what they would like to go into, and it gives them hands-on experience. For those of you who don't understand what an internship is, it's basically the opportunity to gain experience in a field that you may or may not want to go into, and you can choose whichever one you would like, and it's also very impressive for colleges and universities and future jobs to see that you already have experience in this field. What sets it apart from other programs? With other internship programs, you only have one long-term experience in one field. However, with my business, I would like to introduce something that isn't often done, which is multiple short-term internships through our business. This way, for example, if you want to be a lawyer, you can go into a lawyer internship, and you can also go into something else for maybe architecture. You can go into both of these for a short period of time to work through the process of elimination and discover which one suits you the best. It helps students give themselves a sense of self, and they also receive a certificate of completion and help them get into their universities or jobs. These will be paid internships, so 90% of their profits will go to them, and we will take a 10% cut out of it for our profits, and we will also give free consultations in the beginning. Why we charge for our services? Some of you may think, well, I could just go to a business and find myself an internship myself, but we will use our connections and our social networking to connect students to the best possible businesses in their field. Over 60% of businesses hire people from internships because they have already gained knowledge of the job. Our marketing strategy. Promotion will be held at high schools and colleges, universities, so that these students can find these through their guidance counselors and job counselors. And we will also have a social media platform. Sorry. We'll also have a website to inform students of anything that they need to know about and go through the consultation process, both online, globally, or in our offices. We will also rely on word of the mouth because, as you know, as the years go by, students will graduate from a program and they will let other people know, maybe younger generations, their sisters, brothers, cousins, and they can come to our program, and social media as well. We're going to try to advertise ourselves on scholarly websites such as YouTube scholarly videos, which will cost an estimate of $40 for 1,000 views. And we'll also have our own social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, because as we are advertising to the students, we have to go to the places we know they will always be, which is, on social media. All right, how we will lead our students to success. First, we have the evaluation process, which is concluding of a evaluation, and we get to understand who they are and custom make their experience to themselves, because not one person is the same, and it's important to find which is right for each person. And then they have the opportunity to have interviews with whichever business they're interested in, and then after that, their short period multi-internship plan will allow them to work through the process of elimination and choose which one is best for them. After that, they can either use our networks to find a job in the same field, or potentially, if they do well enough, they can go into the exact internship as a job. Why this is successful? We open students' minds to the possibility of their future, and they give them an experience where they know what they're doing. Because in every single field, you have different people you're communicating with, you have different possibilities, you have different things to conquer, different problems. Our investment ask is $10,000 for developing our business, promoting our services, and gaining good partnerships to ensure that these students have good opportunities, because you can't promise a good business, you can't promise a good job without having the good connections. And I think that is what's most important. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions?
好，那现在我相信大家会有非常多的 question。现在有请我们首先的3位我们的参赛者到我们的舞台上来。现在呢，请老师做一下我们的评委做一下 highlight 我们的点评，好不好？来到中间来，到中间来 ，DJ，you too be on the stage。好，到中间来，我们看一下我们的评委有哪些问题，来到这边来。对，好。Sean, you have some questions about?
First of all, really great job. All the presentations were very beautiful, and also everything was very well structured, right? I liked how everyone, started with the why and the problem statements, right? Which is really inspiring to see that, you guys are thinking about the problem in very much detail. One area that I think, I would advise for you guys to kind of improve on is thinking through the financials, right? I think some of the marketing spending and maybe the development costs for a website is a little underinflated. Right, so thinking through how you would acquire customers as well, right? For multi-internship, right? How would you partner with companies, and why companies, would want to work with your company, right? So maybe thinking through that process a little bit more detail will take your presentation to the next level. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jane, you have something to talk?
Yeah, I totally agree with Sean. Yeah, you have done a wonderful job. And just specific comments on your marketing spending for the #2 New Era College app. Take a second thought about using radio, whether it's really target your audience or effectiveness. Usually you need to be very careful with your marketing spending. Easy get money, but spend money very, very quickly. And for the last one, I like your idea, maybe a little bit shine out, the last one. Maybe you can emphasize a little bit more on your value, helping them to position themselves, finding their strengths, matching the opportunity of different internship. That will be really make your proposal shining up.
Thank you, Jane. 好，现在呢，我们来连接一下我们的马教授。马教授，你好。
你们好。 你能听到我吗？在那边？
可以听到，您说。
Okay, very good. Yeah. Of course, many have been said about all the presentation. Very good, and you can see that all three different proposals about solutions. We try to find some solutions to problems we identified in our presentation. So since the second and the third have been talked about, I would say one question for the first one about the regardment. For your solution, like I said, the key would be the credit you created so that your participant or your consumers can use for exchange or other things. So how do you identify the values they donate to your website and then they trade for new second-hand clothes?
Yeah, so the value is really just based on the consumer and their tastes. So with the credits, they can basically buy any piece of clothing that they want and that they see. So it's really up to the sellers to put clothing that they think other people will like and that they think they will buy in order to be able to sell their products.
All right, well, maybe the question could be more specific. It would be, is that a credit like worth $100, $50, $20? They have a different purchase power. Think about that. How do you know that they can change for a particular product over there?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I totally get what you're saying. I think in the future, we could set different types of clothing at different credit prices. So for example, smaller items would be 1 credit, like a t-shirt would be 1 credit, whereas maybe a formal suit would be 10 credits and things like that. Just so each piece has a value that is specific to the actual product.
马教授你好，辛苦了。因为我们后面呢还有20几位我们的选手，所以呢我们可不可以？对，好，那现在呢，感谢我们3位选手，我们首先的3位，现在把我们的屏幕切回到我们的温哥华会场，我们来看一下温哥华的我们的新威力 Jessica， 有请，现在有请 Jessica。好，我们现场的各位家长朋友，同时参赛的各位选手，那我们瑞邦金融每一年呢，都会在这方面对我们的青少年基金会呢拨出大量的款项来支持我们这个平台，支持孩子们不断的去发展。对我们温哥华这边的，只是一个 PPT。OK，Jessica, you're not going to talk? Hi, Jessica. Okay, let's talk about music, 啊，让 Jessica 把她的声音打开。Unmute your microphone. 好，我相信呢，我们可能还是没有做好更多的准备。那现在呢，我们来有请我们看多伦多这边我们的7号选手，7号选手陈卓在吗？我们的7号选手陈卓，对，陈卓来拿你的麦克风。好，那现在8号 Amy，Amy，Are you ready? Amy，Where are you? 来 ，Come on。好，大家不着急啊，我们来看一下 Amy， 来我们的8号选手，在，我看到他。Amy 拿着你的麦克风。好，现在给大家介绍的是我们的8号选手 Amy， 来自多伦多的，有请。
Hello everyone, my name is Jessica, and today for my business proposal, I will be combining both music and mental health together into an app called My Mood Music. Before I begin, this is my table of content. I will be going over 4 major topics for today. Let me start off with a question. Don't you find that there are certain types of music that just makes you feel better when you listen to them? For some people, that's classical. For others, it's one of the various types of popular music. But as humans, we all naturally respond to music of some sort. Music enhances our emotional experiences of the world. Let me start with my first major topic. For me, music starts my day and ends it too. I have an automated process on my desktop to turn up and play a random favorite track as soon as I wake up. It is the premeditation snack for my brain. When I'm working on something critical, I need my headphones and playlist, else my brain gets too bored in an hour or simply refuses to think. Music offers redemption from everyday monotony. It is that liberating factor in my life, other than talking to people I care about, that makes me forget about the tantrums of life and transfers me into a realm of peace. Organizations and business settings, even scenarios like military battles, have all traditionally used music to facilitate different reactions in listeners. So today I want to introduce you to a software product that I would provide just the right music balance to help you throughout your day. Knowing how powerful an effect music has on people, mental health professionals have even used music as a source of therapy, called music therapy. So what is the science behind this? Well, music stimulates the release of pleasure and well-being-oriented natural chemicals such as dopamine and oxytocin, which is another word for love hormones. While it does it, music can also lower the amount of stress hormone cortisol. Therefore, music provides its own medicinal effect on listeners. The My Moody music product will remain with the user all day, mirroring their pre-programmed activity patterns to support, soothe, and provide motivation for the challenges of their day. As an extension of this mental health support initiative, I've created an app called My Moody Music. My, as in it's yours. You upload your day-to-day scheduling details to it, and it works for you individually. So how does it work exactly? This app provides highly personalized soothing music on one channel, inspirational or empowering music on another, energetic music for busy days, or exercise programs and other types of situation-specific or mood-specific music. Another feature of this app is that it offers constructive supportive mantras, statements that provide confident-boosting tips, reminders to help us maintain self-esteem, and a positive outlook as we approach challenges. You can carry it around you, listen to it through cordless AirPods, and be soothed and strengthened throughout the day. You can even listen to it as you're falling asleep. The app will know just the right music to smoothly accompany your sleep schedule. So how does this app get programmed? The user will set up the app by inputting the information about what their responsibilities are on a daily basis, such as what lifestyle components they have, including their work, their studies, their extracurricular activities and hobbies, and their family or social group commitments. The app, operating like an algorithm, will select music and mantra patterns that will lend very useful to these lifestyle components. They will also program information regarding their personality type. The app can be installed on an iPhone, iPod, iPad, or MacBook so that ideally can be carried with the user during their daily schedule. Music, as it always did, can evoke different emotions and moods. Music has a beneficial effect on emotional well-being, the My Moody music balance, and support the different moods you will experience daily, thereby enhancing your performance in all of your activities. So right now I will be showing you an example for us to get a deeper understanding of how the app works. Caleb is a biology student at UTC. He spends hours each day in the lab. He also works out 3 times a week, weight training, swimming, and running. He typically wakes up at 6 a.m., going to sleep around 11 p.m. On the weekends, he takes his girlfriend out for dinner and meets with friends to play soccer. Caleb will program all of these daily and weekly commitments into the app, including what day and time he does each of them. The app will then go through the huge reservoir of the world's music from any era, in any musical style or genre, to program selections of songs for each part of Caleb's schedule. The musical selections will not necessarily be from his favorite musical artist, but rather from the algorithm's estimate of what will work best for the types of activity he does. Caleb will also program into the app that he is an introvert and likes to work for long periods uninterrupted. The musical selections will mirror this personality type. Caleb will have a much more positive and emotionally balanced week due to assistance from My Moody Music. Sorry. So there are obviously more similar options on the market. Here are just a few. While the idea of arranging a personal playlist already exists, the idea of an algorithm acting with its own agency to plan one's playlist is unique and would occupy its own niche in the market. While innumerable other apps are available for iPhones and iPad, this one would operate in a new way, accompanying the user through their day using its own judgment based on the lifestyle data supplied to it. Users will necessarily also be exposed to much of the world's music that they may not have heard before, music that they will have effects on their moods that they could not have experienced otherwise. My Moody Music will offer a valuable market option for mental health through the enjoyable process of listening to diverse selections of that universally adored element of music. Here is my engineering plan. For the My Moody Music app to become a reality, software engineering work has to be done on it to create the data entry portals, and for it to have a unique appearance on its homepage. As the app's innovator, I will need to request from investors $8,000 to cover the cost of the engineering work. Thank you.
Thank you. 谢谢 Jessica。那接下来和我们见面的是5号选手 Rin Wang， 来自温哥华，有请。Rin。好 ，Jessica， you're done，you're done，yeah，thank you。
停止共享呗。对，停止共享。
好，大家可以看到我们的评委老师正在非常紧张的来回顾一下，或者是我们正在考虑他们的问题。现在呢是我们的5号选手 Rin Wang， 来自温哥华。
我还得先上一个东西。
好，我相信我们的孩子们呢，每一次呢，为了我们的每一年，为了我们这个创意大赛，都做足了非常精心的准备。那包括我们多伦多这边有非常多的小朋友、年轻人呢，他们每一次都是参加我们的活动的同时呢，都一起来感受着活动的氛围。所以在这里，我们也要特别的感谢博富平台，感谢瑞邦金融为孩子们，也为我们的家长搭建这样的平台。在这里再跟大家预告一下，我们今年的我们的博富平台，我们的高尔夫球2场赛事呢，已经和大家说再见了。我相信明年呢，我们的高尔夫球赛，包括孩子们的活动，会一一的和大家一一呈现出来。所以在这里再次感谢瑞邦金融，感谢。好，现在是我们的温哥华，我们的 Rin Wang， 我们的5号选手，有请 Jerry， right? Hello, Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Jerry, whenever you're ready, we are ready. 对，打开你的视频哈。那现在要提醒一下我们的 Andy Su， 麻烦在 Jerry 做我们的 proposal 的时候，你也把你的准备好。
My name is Jerry, and I am the founder of Sportles. Today, I will be presenting to you my business idea. You may be wondering what my business is. Sportles is an online platform where spare gear owners can make profit by renting and selling their unused equipment. To begin with, why? Sportle's mission is to bridge the gap between the people who never get to try new sports and the people who have spare sports gear. People are often too scared or don't want to spend so much money on trying a new sport. However, with Sportles, the people who have spare sports gear can connect with the ones that don't have. Secondly, the problem. People nowadays have lots of things they want to try or do. However, most of the people cannot afford to buy all the equipment for trying a simple sport. As a result, they either go to the convenience store or try to borrow it from their friends. It is really not efficient to do that, but there haven't been any fully developed stores or platforms where others have a chance of getting their own spare gears to one who needed them. In addition, limited choices in in-person stores could not satisfy the customers since they need multiple product categories. The unused equipment could be something that is really hard to make use of, which will eventually stack up. So now, the solutions. As a result, I created a platform where spare gear owners can rent their gear to others without concerns. As a website, there is a huge advantage in efficiency, which means that people don't have to drive a long way to an in-person store to check for something that might not even be available to purchase or rental. In addition, due to the efficiency of the website, there will be a really broad selection of gears from various sports. Not only does the website support rental from others, but it also has a gear repair and rental direct from sporters. School boards? We can also collaborate with Metro Vancouver School Board as the following. Our main targeted audience are students and teens, so we can set pick-up and drop-off corners in every elementary and secondary school in order for students and the outsiders to do the business easier. Then is my value proposition. The value of the Sportals is that it can bring efficiency to customers with its unique business functioning. The rental price is fairly affordable compared to an in-store, and it has more choice of gear and equipment while helping the usage of spare equipment for gear owners. It is also convenient to pick up and return to schools, and we provide free gears to rent to the school as an exchange. Yep. So the details of it. For online rental that is direct with Sportals, people can rent a set of gears with just one click on the website. They can just pick up the equipment at the pickup corner located in the nearest school around them. For person-to-person rentals, for the ones that is renting their equipment, they only have to fill a little form where they list the categories of the gear and the specific name and type of the gear with its pictures, and then upload it to the website. For person renting the gear, for person renting the gear, they only have to pay on the website, which is more safe and trustworthy for both the renter and the rentees, and then choose if they want to pick up at the person's place or the pickup corner near them. For repairment, due to the discount given when repairing large amounts of sports gear by the repair store, Sportals can offer a suitable deal for all customers, and the instructions are exactly the same as rentals, where the customers have to fill in a little form where they list all the categories of the sports gear and the specific name and type with its picture, then upload it to the website. Afterwards, Sportals will have experts that will estimate the price that it will take to repair the gear, and will inform the customers within 24 hours. Lastly, the customers can drop off their equipment at the nearest drop-off zone and wait around for a week to get the fixed gear at the pickup corner.
Jerry, hurry up.
Our competition. Our competition. So, as you can see, the first column is Sportals, which is all 5 stars, and the rest of the 3 is the sports rental in-person store located in Vancouver. As all above, which are all the stores in person, the cons of them are really easy to identify. The biggest disadvantage and flaw of the above will be the inconvenience for the customers, which is a big advantage for Sportals. Sportals provides a revolutionary way of rentals, which doesn't get restricted by distance. Another advantage of Sportals is due to the broad range of net building, where it will be more than enough resources for both the renters and the rentees. Lastly, the financial analysis. So my financial revenue buildup will be person-to-person rental, platform-to-person rental, and repair service. Which in detail, for person-to-person rental, the platform will charge 15% of the commission based on the rental fee. To platform-to-person rental, the rental term is on weekly basis and return at local school. For repairment service, the price is based on the parts and the labor plus 20%. And this is my sales and marketing strategy. As you can see, Sportals can collaborate with the school boards, the local communities, and and we can make advertisements in local schools and our own company website, which will lead into our sales and marketing targets, the school students, parents, and local community residents. So our key investment terms. Today, I am pitching for $50,000 Canadian. And the valuation and the form of the investment will be in the form of equity. The post-money valuation of the company is $250,000. And I will use the money in website launch, which will roughly cost around $20,000. The acquisition of used gears, which will also cost around $20,000. And lastly, the marketing expense, which will cost roughly around $10,000. So before the Q&A section, I will have the prototype of the website to show.
OK， 在 Jerry 在准备他的 website 的同时，我要提醒各位我们的
So
选
this
手
will
们。
be my website. It's a prototype, so it's not fully developed yet. But for example,
好
if I
，Jerry 可以
want
了，
to,
谢谢，谢谢，我们都
if I
看到
want
了
to。see the baseball for the gloves, it will have from Sportals, which will have the exact same price for everyone on the website. And for the renters, they can have their own description and tell the price of their own, which they think is reasonable. And there's much more like basketball, and there's soccer wear, like soccer cleats, and there will be football helmets, football paddings. So I think this is really a really useful website, and it's worth investing. Thank you for listening.
OK， Thank you, Jerry. So cool. Thank you. 好，在这里呢，我们还是要提醒一下各位选手，我们的时间 consuming， 一定要记住我们的时间。接下来呢是温哥华的6号选手 Andy Su。在这里呢，我们要和大家分享一下，我们在现场呢，因为我们做直播，所以呢，廖总我们的瑞邦金融，从现在开始，大家扫码进入到我们的直播间。那30分钟之内，我们要选15人。 奖励我们的人民币200元，所以呢，请大家现在做好准备，开始我们的这一步的环节。好 ，Andy， 温哥华的 Andy，Are you ready？ 请大家一定要记住我们的时间哈，有请 Andy。
Okay. So, hi everyone, my name is Andy. So today I'm gonna talk about my business and the future of the video game. So many of you probably didn't know. So what is video game? So video game is like a game that online video game is mostly for play for child and children. Adult also can play. It's for all ages of people. So about the company. This is leading a diverse international home entertainment and media company with 5 business statements. Media network, park and resort, studio entertainment, and customer and product and media. So this company is containing most of entertainment stuff and is for all ages of people. So next, I'm gonna talk about my main business, about my business idea. So this company is a large entertainment company, mostly used by online video games share and by social media platforms. And it's like YouTube, but our company is mostly specifically for video games, and it also can make animations and prequel to the games. So next, I'm gonna talk about my important part of my business plan, the park and resort. So my business plan is like Disney World, but it's like Cyberpunk World. So a lot of you maybe don't know about the Cyberpunk, but the Cyberpunk World is like the future of the world, but it's like for young children. So this probably covers nearly 20,000 area in use and resort. There's a lot of parks, for example, Cyberpunk Park, Cyberpunk Studio, Cyberpunk Animal Kingdom, and there's water park and 20 resort hotels and springs. So this is basically like the Cyberpunk world, and it's very good for all ages. But it does use a lot of money to build it. So I'm gonna talk next for a goal of my business plan. So our business plan is to build the best media network and for app. So the media network is like Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. They can give us like a pretty good idea for our apps. So the world's largest animation game company. So we can also build games for children, and our games doesn't need money. So we can have some ad to have income. So the first Cyberpunk world is like, before I talk about the park and resort, like Disneyland for all ages. So next, about my business plan. There's 4 main part of my business plan. If I started park and resort in the first time, we're gonna spend a lot of money. So I'm gonna have 4 parts of my business plan. So first, creating a software for the games, about all the games, so that all the players who play video games have the software I created. So the public and advertising the most cultural thing for income and taxes. So the second step is mostly for make more money for the third step. So the third step is make enough money. Still it's for the park and resort. So this is make some movie and anime for a like made of the main thing from the games. So the final part is the one I talked about, the Cyberpunk world, and it's very good park resort for all ages of people. So it's very good that my business plan have 4 steps. Because if I start at number 4, it does need a lot of money, like 3 million, like 2 trillion. But the first one, we only need 1 million to start the business. So why this project? So video game. The video game industry has grown from about 26%, and it's reached to 191 billion. How much is it? 191 billion. It's a very large money for video games. Also, video games have a lot of features. And in the future, video game like Meta. Meta is like the Facebook company. Future of the video game, from virtual reality to artificial intelligence, those technologies that can lead in the future video games. Also, those are very important for future games and so for the future life. So next, I'm gonna talk about a lot of important stuff for the video game. So first is virtual reality. Virtual reality is like the company Meta. Meta is a company made by Facebook. It's a company that under Facebook is a main company. So augmented reality. So this makes a 3D program of our real life, artificial intelligence, AI, and cloud gaming. So next, I'm gonna talk about more clearly about those stuff, virtual reality. According to the recent stuff, so they make a stock, FB, Meta, gonna go to 3 trillion to global GDP by 2031. 3 trillion is like 300,000 million. So in 2031, this company gonna become 3 trillion. So augmented reality, a lot of you guys totally didn't know what it is. So this is like make a 3D of the world. So this we use about 25.33 billion in 2021, but it's increased to 2030 587 billion, but it's still not good as virtual reality, but it's still very good company we can use. So artificial intelligence. So this is one of the most rich part, like the main part of our company. But there's a lot of type of artificial intelligence. For example, on your phone, Siri is an artificial intelligence too. But artificial intelligence for the game inside of the game, it can like a player, like a very real player, but it can help to organize the game. So in 2025, there's 15.7 trillion to global GDP in 2030. So cloud gaming. So cloud gaming is the size of 691.6 million in 2021 and expected to grow a compound annual rate to 45.8 from 2022 to 2030. So all of this is being part of my business plan. And in the future, we can develop all 4 of those and it can make a large amount of income. So there's a few best features of my company. So feature 1, invest a least amount and have a greatest return. This company only needs 1 million to start and it's increased 5% every year. But it's in the beginning. If in the ending part of our company, we're gonna use virtual intelligence, all of those things, and all of those are in my business plan. It will grow a lot faster than this. High successful rate. This company have more successful rates than other companies. So first, if there's video game, so it's gonna have high successful rate because I'm gonna talk my first business. First, so the software part is like all of the people that play video games that also use software, right? So if we use the software, we're gonna make a lot of money from it. Also, we're gonna build the park and resort. So there's a lot like very high successful rate. Also, the main part is this, the future, the cloud gaming, artificial intelligence, virtual reality. Those are also the main part of our game. So it's really high successful rate. So the feature 3, the game stability. So the income is very stable. It's like one day I don't have income because the player gonna play video game every day. So we're gonna have money income every day. So it's a very stable company. So all those are my business plan. So thank you for watching.
Thank you, Andy. 现在呢，有请我们把平面射击回到我们的多伦多，有请我们的7号选手周卓晨。好，在这里我再次提醒各位选手，我们大家一定要掌握好时间，控制好我们自己的时间。因为时间的关系呢，温哥华这边呢我们就不做点评了。那等一下呢，我们多伦多有6位选手，我们一起来做点评。We're going to have 6 competitors here in Toronto. We're going to see something about them.
Hello everyone, my name is George Chen and my English name is Annie. and I'm 11 years old. So today I'm going to talk about my product, which is a piano that can be folded. My goal of the product is to become the most commonly used piano in homes, music halls, etc. worldwide. Product explanation. It's a grand piano that can be folded. It comes with a bag that you can carry, and you could take it with you. The problem. Moving piano to other places costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of time, and it might have delays due to weather conditions. And also when they're moving it, they might damage the piano. The solution, you could carry this piano with you. It could cause less damage, and it costs no money to carry, and it does not take a lot of time. Value proposition. This piano does not promise that there will be totally no damage when you're carrying it. And it does not promise that it will be as light as an electric piano because there are metal strings. Financial business plan / marketing plan. So I'll create some advertisements, and I'll do some social media works like going on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok to do some advertisement. And I might cooperate with other piano companies, for example, Steinway Songs, or cooperate with famous pianists, for example, Lang Lang. And I'll also find venture capital companies to invest in my project. Then go to NASDAQ in US to appear on the market. Then I could sell it worldwide. And also I will open stores worldwide also. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. You did a wonderful job. Thank you. 好，接下来是我们的8号选手，来自多伦多的 Amy Liu， 有请 Amy。By the microphone here.
谢谢。哪个摁右边 ？OK。Hello， 大家好，我的名字是刘一涵。Good afternoon to all judges and to everyone who's coming today. My name's Amy Liu, and today I will be presenting my topic, smaller sizes for everyone, and discuss how it might affecting us or how we can do something to benefit the world. So in order to begin with, let's go over the table of contents, which we also call the agenda, to give you a basic ideas of what we'll be mainly discussing today. So first of all, the problem. We want to be able to define the problem first and think about why is it important for us to learn today. What is a smaller size, a class size, and how does it matter to us? Then we're going to move on to why, to talk about why we should care and its importance. After that, I'd like to share some of my true personal experience, what makes me feel like addressing this issue today and finding the passion to present here. And lastly, I'll be talking about how this can be changed in order to give out my own recommendations or the suggestions. So before we go any further, when you see this topic, are there like any questions that come to your mind, such as, do smaller classes make a difference? How does class size affect academic performance? And does it improve student behavior? What needs to be done to have smaller classes? What actions can the government take? And are we able to solve the problem for the next generation? And I highly encourage you all to keep this question in mind as we go through the slideshows. Okay, so number one, problem. Why we can learn well, which we always wonder, even though sometimes we try hard enough, and the results are sometimes still different from what we expected. Have you thought about maybe we should adjust the way we learn? So regular class size restrict our education, which we will be talking about that later. And it limits our idea or thoughts, so which means we're not being able to engage in or like share our ideas during the class time. Both teacher and students can be distracted by a relatively large class, and it stops us from socializing. And maybe by the end of the semester, you don't even know half your classmates. So how sad is that? So now let's move on to why and talk about the benefits of having a reduced class size. Most education researchers agree that smaller classes result in higher instruction quality, higher participant or involvement, and higher graduation rates. Smaller classes make it possible for teachers to provide students with more individualized attention and use a greater variety of instruction strategies. This will significantly improve teaching and learning effectiveness, allowing teachers to spend less time dealing with behavior issues while giving them more time to cover the additional materials and enrichment activities. So which means less people in class, which means fewer attendance problems, fewer discipline problems, and much higher test scores. So in a smaller class, you'll be receiving more individualized attention. So I guess this is the main reason why a lot of parents send their children to a private school to continue their education, so that teachers are able to provide personalized feedback and support to help students overcome their difficulties. And all classes have students at different ability levels who can learn at different paces. So I think it's really important for teachers to figure out how they can better help students by applying different teaching methods or strategies. For example, I'm typically a visual learner, so I prefer to look at something on the board while I'm learning. Also, in a smaller class, teacher will get to know each student more quickly and be able to name them without using the little name tag. Or does anyone remember the later paper test place that we usually place on our tables in the beginning of the semester? And so to make it easier for teachers to recognize our names. So regarding the study conducted by TDSB, which stands for Toronto District School Board, 17% of students in grades 9 through 12 reported feeling anxious and unhappy about their school. And another student reported that the stress of academic pressure contributes to the symptoms of depression. She says that it feels like something is eating her. Once again, I want to bring this back to our topic. How can a teacher effectively help each person's need while teaching to the best of her or his ability? So it's quite tricky to do with such high volume class capacity. With that being said, I suggest there's a need for schools to maintain smaller class sizes, as teachers are able to be more flexible in engaging each student and customize learning for those who are struggling with schoolwork. Secondly, on the other side, having a smaller class not only leads to teachers to experience a more positive monitoring environment, but how that smaller class impacts students. In a large class, you can see here, you may feel afraid to speak up, lack of attention, or lack of self-confidence. But when you're in a relatively smaller classes, when you have around maybe like 13 to 17 people, you will be more motivated, willing to speak up or answer any questions, to share your thoughts during the class time. You will be more willing to study and make friends by developing a strong relationship with them during the school time. And another particular reason that I like to talk about is that reducing class size may significantly improve students' performance. The research indicates that where you can see at the graph at the bottom here is that in a reduced class or often in private school, there's 99% graduation rate compared to 85.5% graduation rate in public school. And the professor also announces that a class with 13 to 17 students will be the most effective and easier for both teacher and students. And now let's move on to the right-hand side. How? The STAR, which stands for Student-Teacher Achievement Ratio Project, is a well-known study of class size reduction program in Tennessee. The study was conducted with a control group of 10,000 students. Classes of 22 through 26 were reduced to 13 through 17 students. So on top of that, school in a study have an adequate number of quality teachers and adequate classroom space. The project found that smaller classes result in substantial increase in academic performance. Number 3. Example, which is based on my own personal experience. So here comes the most interesting part. So I'm currently a grade 11 student attending a public school, which I'm not going to tell which school it is because I don't want to like sound it too gossip. So basically, I'm in a function course, which is a grade 11 math course with 31 students in my class. And I found it really hard to focus and study my best because of the peer pressure around me. So I almost got scared to ask questions in the first beginning week of the school, since I thought, it would be like really awkward to ask when it makes sense to everyone else, but not you. And grade 11 function is really a big jump to me. I have a lot of questions or knowledge with which I'm not really like understand or I need time to absorb, and my foundation is weak. So I really poured it on my first 2 tests. But afterward, I signed up a math tutoring at my school, where sometimes there's only be around 10 to 15 people in my class who needs extra help. So it's definitely optional, but you can you can come every Tuesday if you want, depending on your needs. So my mark has amazingly boosted up by staying in a smaller class, and where I can ask questions, like whatever I want without, like really comparing myself with others. And I figure out I can understand better and learn faster in a smaller class. So finally, the solution. In order to help our students, or in order to help our next generation, we can use flexible grouping during the class because, as I mentioned earlier, everyone's learning style and level are quite different. Secondly, keep lessons short and intriguing for students so we can better absorb it and not confuse it too much. And I think the most important point is that by investing more money into education, and the government may want to support schools by hiring more teachers and building smaller classes in each school. Finally, the support from parents is really needed, such as not giving your child too much pressure or comparing your child with others. It really makes no difference when you're only knowing how to complain about your child. And on this slide, on the last slide, I hope to share one of my favorite quote with you. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. It's from, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm sure you can read it. And thank you. And the last slide is just my works cited. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. 好，现在有请我们的是9号选手，我们的 Melody Joy Yu， 来自多伦多，谢谢。
My honored judges and guests, my name is Melody, and I'm here to bring you my plan and purpose presentation, Media Studies and Communication. So before I start, I want to give you guys a simple introduction about myself. My name is Melody Joy Yu. I'm 15 years old. I am in grade 10 going to Unionville High School. I'm part of the Arts Unionville Dance Program. I have started my own WeChat 视频号 with 40,000 followers. I've also been an MC for COIFA multiple times, including today. One of my biggest achievements is finishing a tube of chapstick without losing it. It was way too hard. New media and mobile entertainment are revolutionizing the way people learn about the world, said by Stephen Kinzer. I chose this quote because this is the field I want to do in the future, and this is also the topic I will be talking about today. About media studies, what do you guys know about it? So it explores the complex world of communication, its dynamics, and its impact on contemporary societies and cultures. My idea media study career I want is very 21st century. In the past decades, a girl my age who wanted to be in media might try to get a career in broadcasting to be a reporter on local news, an anchor, but this type of media is going away. I want to do digital media, media online. So what are some examples of careers in this vein? There are online programs and classes. Think back in COVID times where you had to work online, where you had to do online classes in school. This is a type of online programs and classes. Entertainments, those TV shows, series, dramas, also news reports, weather reports, ads and commercials, things that you see on YouTube that's quite annoying and then you always want to skip. Some jobs, Being a journalist, news reporter, maybe but only for online content, news writers, designers, broadcaster, webcaster, podcaster, advertising planner, executives. Why am I drawn to this field? There's 3 main reasons. 1, making my own media. I like being a leader, being my own boss, being independent, the chance to create my own opportunity in this field, or even my own company, my own app. For example, my channel. 2nd, using my ways of communication to spread news. Being well-versed in the fastest and most accurate type of communication is very important to me. I want to spread my cultural traditions and then cultures that should be known. For example, First Nations, Indigenous. I want their culture to be spread in. 3rd, being able to get news first-handed. Being on top of what's going on in the world is also very important to me. I want to know what's going on in this world so I can get my chance to know what to do next and also my next step. Why media studies? Media studies enable us to understand the world around us. Think about it. An incident happened, how would you get to know about that? News, reports, papers, yeah, that's media. When you're bored at home, you turn on your TV and there's a show going on. What is that? Entertainment, media. Think about it, when you're at school and then you get this assignment where you had to do research on Roman history. What do? You open up your computer and go on Google. There's websites you'll need. And what is that? Media. 2nd is that media can't ever be replaced by artificial intelligence. No matter if you're writing a news report or shooting for a show, you'll need human thoughts and feelings. That's a must. And AI-based machines don't have emotional intellects. I don't think you would want to read or see something that has no feeling. For example, sorry, the number you have dialed is unavailable. Please call again later. Next is my accomplishments in this field. I have been working in media companies for the past 2 years or more. For example, Cineflex and also Canadian American TV Group. I have interviewed many people in all sorts, for example, actors and business people. I have my own channel that I have been working on for almost 2 years to 3 years, including writing scripts, editing videos, and shooting. I've done all of that. I have also participated in organizing shows and galas. For example, 2022 Spring Festival Gala. There's also Canada's Day Gala, Victoria Day Gala, yes. I've also volunteered backstage for shows such as sound staff, DJs, and lighting. My goal is to major in media studies and communication at Columbia University in New York City. The reason why I love to study there because it's the #1 media study program in the world. And I know from my research that the internship and job opportunities are outstanding there because it's in New York City, and New York City is one of the leading media capitals in the whole world. I want to work in media studies because I find it so interesting, as I said. Media studies can be in all sorts of subfields: television, news, advertising, webcasting, or digital media, sales or content, entertainment. It's really amazing that there's so many branches in media that I could even try. Getting to university and learning all about it, about each, and hopefully doing internships would probably help me focus on 1 or 2. And that would bring my speech to an end. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Melody. 好，现在我们一起来连线萨省胡吉之。来，我们一起来看。好，开始。开始 ，You're on the camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait. I created this company called Don't Snack, and the reason why I did it is because I want people to go on a healthier diet, and I am not someone particularly skinny, and yeah, so like I got this idea from my mom. I went shopping out with her, and then she told me, like, you have been eating too much snacks and, well, junk food basically, and you have to control it. So I got this idea. And use this idea for this competition. So how it works? Well, like the problem is that over the last 4 decades, fast food or just snacks, like junk food, has increasingly affected on everyday life. Obesity has become a big problem, and you might think that it might just be simply just telling them to stop eating fast food or junk food. It would just completely change them. But like telling them to not to eat junk food, it's basically like telling a cocaine addict to refuse their next hit. Also, all those products out there is expensive and some people can't afford it. And going on extreme diet is also bad for your health. And like, what are you going to do if you're struggling with obesity? Well, like I found this perfect solution. Well, my product is, well, basically the solution. There is the Vault, which gives you like a new code every day for you to open the Vault, just for you to take out like one new stack, basically every day. So you could just stop yourself from buying it. Well, like you can't really completely stop yourself since you could just go out and buy more. But if you really could go and basically if you could basically continue doing this for the first few weeks, you will definitely succeed. And there is also an app which lets you gain points every day you don't go out to eat, since if we want to like partner with like other companies like McDonald's, any fast food companies, and you could like they would ask you if you have this app, and then like if you do, they would tell you if you want to use the points that you earned. The 10% of like the profit will be donated to people who actually really need help with extreme obesity. And competition, our product is cheaper than other ones, and we can also, well, like the app is also free, so you could like earn points without using any money other than buying the Vault. The quality, well, since it is cheaper, you probably think that the quality is not as good, but well, it is the quality. We can promise you that the quality is good, and well, there is a feature that's like having a different code every day to open the Vault, which normally other products don't have. A value proposition, which we are hoping that you guys would invest around $50,000 for to build the Vault and sell it. So, well, basically what I'm thinking is that if I have the money, it will be easier and faster for me to make more products, and I could sell out more. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. 好，谢谢。好，接下来是我们来自多伦多的13号刘其明，有请。
All right, hello everyone. All right, my name is Steven. Today I'm going to be doing this business planner on the thing, and that's a quote from the CEO of YouTube. I think it really fits today's theme of the business planner. It says I'll take one idea into a prototype and then the product of a million people that will use this. Because I think the business planner, everything starts off as an idea. And with enough money, you can make it into a product that millions of people will use this. So without further ado, let's get it started. So now we're looking at the content. It's basically the 8 points I'll be talking about throughout the whole slideshow. So the first one, basic information. How does it work? Platform, advantages, and disadvantages. Disadvantages and selectivity, competitor, and income. All of those 8 points I'll be talking about through the entire presentation, and we'll have further deeper information about each one of those. So, first one, how does the business function? It's basic information. The business will function in 3 steps. First of all, search, then train, and then work. With each step, we'll get into for further detail later on, but this is just a general presentation of the thing. So, the first one, searches. There's 2 ways that we can search for people in the media. One is posting ads on social media, which is pretty efficient in terms of today's technology, because with one post, more than thousands of people will see it. And the people that are actually interested into the industry will click on it and will sign up for it. So next, we can look for people on YouTube that they're already passionate for whatever they want to do. And those are the people that we're really, truly looking for. Okay, next step, training. We're gonna tell them about the basic knowledge they need to know, analytics, YouTube and stuff, everything they need to know, and then we gotta tell them about editing. Because editing is really key in terms of a video. In my opinion, 30% or 60% of the whole final product is about their personality and the content they're making. The rest 40% is about editing. So in my opinion, editing is really key in terms of this business. And then thirdly, find what they like. Because in order to really succeed in a career they like, they have to be enjoying it first to really succeed, achieve in their career. And then after we know what they like, we'll teach them about it. Some similar business you can use as examples. Another one of them is sports scouts. Just like they go through high school tournaments and look for people that has the potential to be in a pro league player. For example, scouts for NBA, they will look for players. And another example would be talent scout. They will go on the street looking for people that are talented or physically attractive and offer them jobs and opportunities to become a singer or actor, things like that. Next one, platform. We can use the platform of YouTube because it already has a base of audience. So we can just build on it to our advantage. We can use that because YouTube is a platform full of opportunity and possibility. You can literally post anything on it without a doubt. Well, it has to be legally. You can't post anything that's against the law. So you can post anything, and there's a lot of opportunities on it too. In the video, the picture you see right there, just a man clicking a control key on YouTube, but it gained 14 million views. So it shows YouTube is definitely a platform full of opportunities. All right, let's talk about the advantages now. So first one, efficiency. Since we're doing it through the net, it is very fast and very easy to find people that are willing to take this opportunity. And low cost, because everyone we're looking for is still a nobody. They're a blank piece of paper, so we don't have to pay them a lot in order to get them started. And the equipment doesn't have to be expensive too. And speaking of all the advantages, there has to be some disadvantages for every single business. For ours, it has to be lack of clout, might lose everything, and hard to start. For the first one, it's because we're starting with a low budget. And it's really hard to start to make everyone from a 0 to 10 with low budget, and no one's helping them. So it's really hard to start with the lack of clout and might lose everything. To be honest, most of the business have that problem of might losing everything. So that's a problem that we can't really solve, but it's a problem there for sure. And some possible solutions to solve the problems. First one, sign a contactor that already has a group of audience to fix the first and the third problem. And for the second one, we can leave it there because there isn't really a way to solve it. It's more of a problem itself. Anyone want to start a business, there's a problem. There might be a possibility of them losing everything. You can't predict the future. And why will people work with us? Why won't people work on their own? Because we provide them a basic salary, because in the beginning stage of making YouTube, you make no money, less money. and you don't make enough money to support you from like doing your daily life and stuff, it doesn't support that. So with working with us, we'll provide them daily salaries that will support their daily life so they can focus on creating product they enjoy. And then we provide them free training so they don't have to pay extra money for training process. And low commission. We'll come back to low commission later as it's our only way of making money. So how does it really work in real life? So first step, we find people. We use the 2 ways that we already talked about, social media and YouTube. With that, we can find talented people that are passionate and has the potential to be a future star later. Then we use the mindset of the current teenage or adults in the current generation. Everyone wants to be famous. Well, most people want to be famous. If you give them an opportunity to be famous, then most people will probably grasp it on and explore with it. And thirdly, we'll give them basic support, as we already talked about, which is another reason why people might work with us. And lastly, we talk about the contract, which is how we make money pretty much. And about the contract, we make our creators sign a contract that promise us to give a certain percentage of their income as commission to help them grow in everything. And that is one of our only ways of making money in this business. So how do we outcompete other people? There's a lot of competitors in this field, and as like every competitor, there is in sport field for our business, there is like a different scout business, and for, I don't know, talents, there's different talent business. For YouTube, there's different business in this field too. So what can we provide them to make it better? We give them better support, which means enough salary to maintain their daily life. We give them useful training sessions, which is very important in terms of success. Low commission, we make them make more money. I mean, who doesn't want to make more money if you have the ability to? So, and lastly, flexible contract. We will not force anyone to do anything they don't want to do, and they can leave by just paying minimum amount of money. And for the core team of this business, I think we requires a video editor to help with editing video and how to know how to efficiently use editing program. Cameraman to add a variety of the angles of the film. Graphic designer, we have it to make the video for the thumbnail and everything. And for the scout, one of the most important part of our business, you have to look for talented people on the net to find the people that are actually interested into our field. And talking all of that, let's talk about finance and future. So unfortunately, we're expecting the first 6 months to be running on a lose, but once one creator grow, we'll start growing the company on that creator. So around the first and second year, we'll see the company actually making money, and after 2 years, it will reach its peak of money. And that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you， 谢谢。好，接下来是我们的14号选手，来自多伦多的华洛怡，有请。好，在这里提醒一下大家，刚才呢我们分享给朋友可以得到200元人民币的这个活动呢已经结束了，大家请输入我们的手机号联系我们的客服。
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elaine. So today, I'm going to present my business proposal. So my business idea actually is from my personal experience of a Halloween purchase last year. So what happens is, last year I purchased a Halloween costume on AliExpress. I noticed that it arrived in Canada. However, I didn't retrieve it on time due to last mile delivery. So today my proposal is to build a Canada last mile delivery platform. First of all, what is last mile delivery? So there are 3 different phrases for a shipment to reach the end user when you place an order. So there are first mile delivery, middle mile delivery, and last mile delivery. First mile delivery basically is from manufacturers to warehouses. Middle mile delivery is from warehouses to the distribution center near you. And then for last mile delivery, it's from distribution center to directly delivered to their end users. So why is last mile delivery so critical? So let me show you 2 numbers. So last mile delivery is accounting for 53% of the overall shipping costs. And according to current research, it reveals that 85% of the consumers will not shop with a retailer again due to the poor last mile delivery experience. So I did a quick matrix analysis on the current last mile delivery service in Canada based on cost of service and experience. So express service companies like DHL, UPS, FedEx, they do charge you high price for their service, but they also provide you with decent experience. And if you look down to Canada Post, they provide you low cost for their service, but they also provide you poor experience. And if a business provides you ask for a high price and provide poor experience, apparently they cannot survive in the market. So my takeaway is that there is business opportunity in the upper right quadrant with low cost and decent experience. So in another word, here's the problem statement. Canada last mile delivery is lack of cost competitive service with decent experience. My solution is to build a Canada last mile delivery platform by partnering with third-party software system as user interface, Uber to optimize the cost, Hivebox like Amazon Hub Locker to save the door-to-door shipment. So I also did a swap. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm a little bit nervous. So this slide shows the value proposition of my solution. So the single platform, like apps, is one-stop solution to integrate with partners. Third-party software system is going to be used to provide single user interface. And we're also going to use Uber type of run errand platform for the last mile delivery. And then we're also going to work with Hivebox partners. So I did a swap analysis to this solution. So strengths, we have competitive cost as by partnering with Uber because we're sharing costs and with the Uber customers, and we're sharing investment with our partners, therefore low risk. Weakness, it will be complicated to integrate with multiple partners, and it may lead to lack of control as outsourcing to third-party providers. Opportunity, by working with partners who are good in their own service, we can quickly and easily scale up on our business. Another opportunity is that we can grow by offering last mile service to e-commerce customers. Threat. So it may be easy to replicate our business model, so therefore we need to enter barriers such as the scale. But different partners may have different interests and priorities. So here comes the competitive analysis. So I make a table. So I will use these following criteria to evaluate the service providers. So we can tell last mile delivery platform is the best solution. So this slide explains our business model. So who is going to pay the service? Are the end users of the service. What exact they're paying for? They're paying for the last mile delivery service. So how much do they pay for? So the service charge depends on the distance and the service options. And then how do we earn money? So our income is actually the delivery fee for the last mile delivery service. Our cost is the service fee to partners. And the delta is our earning. In addition, I made a 4P marketing strategy, which stands for product, price, place, promotion. So product, obviously, we offer last mile delivery service in Canada. Price, we will set competitive price per distance, size, weight by category. Place, there will be both direct online websites and apps through distributors. And promotion,
we will drive traffic through websites on like Google, Amazon, and then through social media like Facebook and Instagram, etc. So we are also going to offer discount, coupon, membership, etc. So about the investment ask, so there are two phrases. So phrase one is feasibility ask. So I'm asking for 10,000 Canadian dollars to evaluate the partner, access the software system provider, and estimate the platform budget. So specifically, I need 2,000 Canadian dollars for partnership evaluation, $5,000 for third-party software assessment, and 3,000 Canadian dollars for platform design budget estimation. Also, phrase two is going to be about my platform development. So from the feasibility study, I will then determine how much I need for my project. It will be phrase budget to be covered in 3 parts, which is partnership cost, third-party software development cost, and platform design cost. Is there any questions or concerns?
Okay, so we don't have time for questions. So right now, let's go to the number 15, 蔡学涛，有请蔡学涛。请我们的16号孙泽宇来自多伦多的做好准备，和17号的冯泽业做好准备。
Yeah, okay. So just good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeffrey Kai. So it's my honor to come here to introducing my product. So my product is this is my product. Like it's my through the interactions of the software and the hardware. It's in sense it supplies the health and elderly to disabled. It has placed evolutions roles concept product into return on the investments and how to design the products and download the applications of our designs through the regulators. And my product ideas through the software monitors is elders or disabled real-time health record specifies with person lifetimes and sign equipments into the guardian's mobile phones. And data like through data's many reports of the elderly that home alone or sudden death, falls and happening accidents. So we just want to get an application to attract the elderly people and the disabled people to their health, and we can get help in time to when the elder need some medical help. So our core product is terminal service, which enable user connect you through the P2P model, like person to persons. So we promise the product user privacy for the server, like only OTA updates and be carried out without storage and uploadings and other methods. So service will be a surprise for a third-party company. Will just operation according to the local laws and conditions. So this is my just website design. So we just let the users to how to understanding to download software and product functions, and virtually intuitive understanding of the product information. So our product service farm works and cost estimates. So the following is expand to the front of the development flows and products and the basic codes and products and how to quickly return the codes. So term developments, so operationals and the maintenance development will build the software program, body structures, and service farm work software security processors. So we want to get the program will be like public. So like we just only do the bug updates and some professional program to add the new like functions or some like app. But we can just share the codes on the public, so like GitHub or just Reddit. So the code like the people can times the technology stack involves the building a software, and software development can still range like from $20,000 and to the tens of dollars. So for promotions, according to the particle size of the products, is only situated with the certain groups of the peoples. So we will promote products in hospital or shopping centers and community centers. And mainly through the flyers, the posters will eye-catching with the promotions, but also we can just also connect a third-party company like governments of Canada or just on communities, activities, and care companies. So that's why we want to promote this app or that's our product. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you, appreciate.
Thank you， 谢谢。好，谢谢蔡学涛。接下来是我们的16号选手，来自多伦多的孙泽宇，有请泽宇。同时有请我们17号冯泽业，来自多伦多，做好准备。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Felix. The project I will bring to you today is peace. The meaning of peace is decentralized, which corresponds to the multi-panel feature of our product. What I envision is a huge internet community, and what makes it different from other international communities, it is a communication platform that focuses on dealing with a problem in life among users. Before we start talking, we can first understand the content of the project I will mention. I will mention the background, market survey, and our core concept. After that, I also will show you a graph design by me. Imagine many years ago when the internet technology was not very developed. Before we could not easily use cell phone computers, most people had to go to their friends, family, or neighbors' home to ask some problem. But if they could not find the right method, they just give up those things. But now, with the advancement of the internet, everything is possible. That's where our community score. We want to meet people all over the world through the internet and make them become neighbors. And I believe that as the technology continues to evolve, we will go deeper and deeper in this area to achieve an incredible result. Regarding the market research, those are our collection of popular internet social applications. We can take a look at application in this bottom right corner. This one is our design, our outstanding project, and we all believe that in the near future, we can successfully enter the application market for it. And there is the idea of concept of this project. We want to create a software that is different from all others. We will use a board community as the main function of this website. Especially for the need of different people, we will introduce as many boards as possible to meet the need of the community through those boards to successfully solve the user problem. And this is a rough sketch of what our community looks like. It can be used as a reference. As shown in the picture, the puzzle is a major element taken in the design. The skeleton panels are connected like a puzzle and to become a whole. And the size of the puzzle will continue to expand over time. The next point are about the practical use in our community. The fourth point is about help, which is also the main function of our community. For example, you are a newcomer to the workplace. The rules of the company are very unfamiliar to you, and you also don't know a friend with a long-time experience in work. So that our community can give you help. The second point is make friends. In this process of community with the people, and when you talk with people in this community, we can get more. We will provide you with a successful opportunity to make friends. And the most important point that after that is you can learn a lot of valuable experience from our community with others. You can apply this skill in every aspect of your life. In relation to post-project operation, I decided to add a weekly summary of the various community sections, which could include users' rating, users' adoption, activity in community, and quality of responses. The results will determine the level to which they are assigned, which will affect separate professionals from other general public among of our users. In addition to this, we will also open a paid channel for those users. This will allow users to communicate with them face-to-face, maybe online, maybe just like somewhere, anywhere. Our platform can also be a part-time job for those people if they want. They can earn some pocket money in some spare time. In order to grow our users, we will put a lot of advertising from the moment. We have two ways. The first one, we will still take most traditional method. We go by to the major internet platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and etc. And we also will connect with a lot of video bloggers to feed our community in order to do users promotion. And the second way, we choose is allow the users to expand themselves. For example, when a user successfully invited an unregistered user to join our platform with an invitation code, we will offer him a discount on his next purchase. We will also actively work with partners that have good feedback from our users. Like, we will try to connect them with manufacturers that are very popular in our some part of community. Well, it's kind of like, for example, like the skincare section. In this section, we will introduce the product on our platform to our users at a more appropriate price. Regarding the image of the platform, we budget $1,000 for advertising and production, and use the remaining $1,500 to activity arrange cooperation project with other product manufacturers and achieve a win-win situation as much as possible. And finally, we will take $500 to maintain our mail, server, and other miscellaneous in items. As for the future, we are looking forward to making the platform a more multi-family website for people who can learn skill, and as introverted them, and our platform will continue to process over time. We look forward to create a more user-friendly and practical community than other websites. And that's all. Thank you for watching.
Thank you， 谢谢。好，现在呢是有请到我们的17号选手冯泽业，有请冯泽业，请我们的18号选手刘星韵做好准备。
就点这个键。
好，你可以开始了。对，可以开始。
Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is Feng Zeye. You can call me Peter. Today I'm so honored to give a speech here. First, let's think about it. What's make your day? I believe most people would say breakfast. However, online research tell us the critical factor to making our day is sleeping. Having a good sleep habit can not only make your day fresh, but can also improve one's health. The negative economic growth, the increasing living cost, the war between Russia and the Ukraine, and the never-ending pandemic are all driving us crazy. The factors making people fall to sleep even worse, leading to severe mental and physical health problems. We must find a way to improve our sleep quality immediately. So, choose our sleep software. FM Sleep was broken. FM Sleep is a sleep software developed for everyone, especially the insomniac, to improve their sleep quality, health, and well-being. FM Sleep contains medium for video and audio to help its user for the sleep quality. It also contains expert device and sleep insights, which can be played on economic devices anywhere with the base fees. Our mission is to improve health and sleep quality with the most secure, convenient sound therapy. The main user of our app can be divided into 4 groups. The primary groups would be our members. People with sleep disorder only need to pay a base fee to become members and access many video and audio to get better sleep. The second ground would be the creator. Our video and audio creator have studied sleeping habits for years. And now the professional therapy to improve one's sleep quality. Creators post their free and paid video for members to use. They ask promote their products of the platform. Then the user would be the cooperated psychologist and the partners. We offer a virtual psychological counseling service. Our members can book appointments with our corporate psychology while the platforms will efficiently save the cost of time and the transportation. We also work with various station companies that offer our members sleep the products such as the headphones and aromatherapy and perfume, and so on, with the best quality and the lowest price. Now let's discuss about the strengths and the weakness of our products. First, we offer the most circular and convenient therapy to our members. Rather than taking medicines, you only need to stay in your bed, choose of our video or audio on your phone, then go to sleep by following the instructions. Many people choose to take sleep at pills which then have insomnia at the beginning. In fact, term use of sleeping pills can learn to drug dispense headaches and other side effects. Comparatively, sound therapy is more safer. Meanwhile, our video and audio can be easily accessed, and we offer online physical and online products. We hope our app can create the much more efficient living style for our user. Then however, we realize that we still have some issues to be solved. The software development and the mental fees are high, and the resource of video and audio is limited, and the number of the target consumers is limited. I believe those problems will be solved. Of course, opportunities are also waiting for us. The number of people with sleep disorders is increased, and the number of people using software is getting larger. Also, we are factor 3. We get a larger number of competitors than employment rate is increasing. Inflation is high, and the purchasing power is low. We can only keep our membership starting by developing our app consistently. Our revenues by the $15 month membership fee, and the sales from products and commission. So what's our commission? The creators may charge addition fees on selected video and audio. FM Snip will receive a 10% commission of the earnings from the creators. The virtual meeting app appointment where psychologist is available on the platform. FM Snip will receive a 5% commission from the workplace psychologist after each meeting. This is our cost about this project. Our total development cost is about $500,000. We spent $200,000 on development software. About the rental and the office is about $15,000. $100,000 for informed hiring. $15,000 from promotion. About $100,000 we spent on product partners. How to promote and publish. There have some good idea. First, promoted it through some social media. For example, 小红书, WeChat, Twitter, and Instagram. Then we going to the post the demo of some of the videos on some of their sites. For example, YouTube and TikTok and Bilibili. We can put all our software download link and advertisement in the video. If someone is interested, then we'll follow the link to the software. There's third point. We compared point rate with some people to advertise. We use their influence to advertise our software in their video. Put up the advertisements in the newspaper also is a good idea. In the SNP, help people achieve better state and health. To improve SNP quality, bring them a happy beginning. Thanks everyone. Have a good week.
Thank you， 谢谢。好，接下来是我们的来自多伦多18号选手刘思韵，有请。
我咋选 next？ 选 next。吗？
点这个就会上一个。
好，准备好，我们就可以开始了。思韵。
什么时候开始 ？Hello everyone, my name's.
对着你的麦克风讲话，宝贝。
Hello everyone, my name is Octavian Liu. You can also call me Xingyun Liu. I am a grade 9 student. I just moved from Ontario to Ontario from PI. Today, my business plan is something related to future, called Future Matters apps. Because no matter how we think about future, it takes effort to build our road towards future, and it is important that we do correctly to make our approaching path a correct direction, to achieve future career goals better. That is why I set the topic as Future Matters, meaning we care about details and the details affecting our future. Here is my agenda about today's topic, and it considers 6 parts. First, we need to know why do we make this app and why it is needed. As we all know, we cannot change the past as we don't have a time machine, but the future is set. There's no fate but what we make for ourselves. Familiar about the sentence? This is a quote from Terminator 2, my father's favorite movie. But I totally agree because the future is uncertain and unpredictable, especially in this time. An era of fast changing and politics, pandemic, war, technology innovation, and all play important roles in this changing period to change the circumstance of careers. So it is really not only our decisions, but also the wisdoms needed to make us who we are and who to be. But even wildest imagination or visions are not groundless, and dreams fulfilled rely on seeing, believing, experiencing, and supports directly or indirectly. That is why we want to do this app. The goal is for a better future career choice. Through online apps, provide users an easy way to practice different careers, including case studies, problem solving, therefore, to provide a better match through experience and let users benefit from its effect in an efficient way. Now let's face our primary problem. There is a saying, God only helped them who help themselves, but we cannot help ourselves not knowing who we are or what to do. Most of the time, it is hard to know. It is hard to know or judge about inner or outside because knowledge or information is not updated. Wrong decisions can be made because of either incorrect or lacking of correct understanding. We cannot learn swimming without going to swim in the water. Businesses existing now are very different from what we have 100 years ago. Lots of bankruptcy, business close, industry change. So it is harder and harder for us to make good decisions for our careers and to decide what to do. The unknown future is unpredictable, especially in this area. And wrong choices could lead to failure. That is why I'm setting up my business plan as an app for future matters. Future matters are important in context, but even more important is what we choose for our future directions. So we need the apps to be fully prepared and assist in directing both mentally and physically. And all my plan is to develop these kinds of apps targeting our customers who feel confusion and uncertain about future, especially youth and graduates who have concerns or are not satisfied with current day-to-day. Using this app as simulator game, combining the real cases of careers and an assistant services functions to let users explore and compare different careers through trials and case studies with support from our consultants through apps. So users not only learn daily operations, but also learn to make choices and decisions to solve all the problems happening and use tools to gain more understanding for the future and do trials for real pains and gains to assist users with better understanding, inner and outer, in a shorter time for planning and goal adaptations, an efficient and effective way to build a future with clearer goals. So the market is huge for its common problem for all of us. We all know we need to look inner to find out what is suitable for us in a future career. But as I said, we cannot choose easily in this uncertain time. According to the statistic of China, half years of 2021, 460,000 Chinese businesses were closed only in the first 6 months of 2021. In North America, we also know U.S. fashion brand like Brooke Brothers, famous car rental company Hertz, one of the biggest health products company GNC also filed bankruptcy through pandemic. North America bankruptcy rate was increased 56% and may be even worse. Even the CEO and CFO of Twitter were just fired by Musk when acquiring this company. In Canada, people are facing a hard time as the high inflation rate, rapid increase of interest rate, the burden of interest and steep reclining in real estate market, and economic could be facing problems nevertheless. Bad influence in all related fields. So something very promising or preposterous can be affected severely in a short time. How can we make choices easily and correctly? It is never easy, but lessons are better learned through experience, either direct or indirect. That is why we are always encouraged, just do it. See, the boss of KFC set up this international chain fast food restaurant when he was 60 to 70 years old. He tried almost all jobs: farmer, painter, firefighter, gas station staff, insurance company, and even went to university at the age of 45. He spent lots of time to find out before getting to his success. Of course, it is never too old to learn, and his experience made him the one he became. However, in this pandemic time, we might not have the chances to try so many things, and no one is giving so many opportunities for job trial, especially for fresh youth as well. So it is essential for employees or future bosses to have chances to explore, to try outs, to gain experience. Practice makes perfect. Therefore, it is necessary and beneficial to develop app targeting people for future career trials. Facing the high unemployment rate, the difficulties in economies, COVID, wars, update of technology and innovations. People might not get chance or access to many jobs until they find satisfactions. At least now they can try in our apps first, then if they really like the idea or they think they would like to pursue, they can do active preparations like learning, training, practice before they went to approach the job or career. So our company can consist this kind of consultation or coaching services as the after-sale stage of the app. And finally, we would use the resources that we gain from app users and consultants to form a professional community, which can provide a platform for the users to make friends, get helps, and give back to the community in the end. So the target consumers are the students, graduates, and all the people who have dreams, ambitions, or not satisfied with their current jobs. Based on the statistic of Canada graduates, there are each year 180,000 from public school, 320,000 per year from university, and even 822 million users from LinkedIn. Even if we can get 1% of numbers in the beginning, that would be great numbers and much to grow for our market size. So we have talked about difficulties to make choices, and the hardest part is the correct self-evaluation. The solution here is our business plan. We first develop apps for people to do tryouts with real-life career experiences. Through practices, we evaluate using career standards based on their responses, persistent learning abilities, and problem-solving interactions. Therefore, we may offer assistance for their career matches, coach consultations, headhunts, and to bring networks from online to offline, to connect right people with right platform. So our value is no one is perfect, but we provide practical, effective, efficient, easy, fun way to let users explore interactions in simulation way. We also did market research about our competitors. Currently, we don't see a comprehensive app for a combination of career tryouts in use, but lots of career coaches and a job bank or job search assistant in place. Although technological advancements have given job seekers and employers the applicant tracking system and online job platforms, the most effective way to find a job is still through a human connection. That is the strength of our competitors, and they're with long years of experience and have already done their networks or associations. This is our SWOT analysis. Their weaknesses are some kinds of limitations to time, place, and human resources, and they are always very formal, and isolations can make their connections weaken, while we can take the chance to enhance our strength, adaptation, and flexibility in time, place, and human resources, which are easy to access.
Thank you， 谢谢。我们的时间已经超过了很长时间了，我们留下来你这个剩下的这一部分，我们再来做，好不好？好，等一下，稍等一下啊。现在呢，我们先连线一下萨省，把萨省那边接上来。How much is still left？ OK， 我们再稍等一下，我们接下来进行我们下面的这些选手，然后我们再来做我们的这个，好不好 ？Thank you。好，现在连线一下我们的萨省 Selina 徐，有请 Selina 徐 ，Thank you。
Hello， 听得到我吗？
听得到。
好，萨省的 Selina，you ready？
等一下，我这个好像还弄不了。
OK， 现在呢还要大家做好准备，还有我们温哥华的我们的选手啊。好，你还有多长时间弄不了？
能看得到我的这个吗？
我们都能看到你，也能听到你，你可以现在直接来，好吗？
好的。
好，开始吧。
喂。
你要不要把你的镜头稍微往下一点？我们现在看到你的嘴巴这一块儿。好，可以。
OK。
开始。
Hello everyone, my name is Selina. Today let's talk about my creation network novel generation software. So let me introduce this software. The novel generation software, as the name suggests, is to mark the characters' names, characters' ages, protagonist's background story and indicate what type of novels it is. Then press the generations button to complete on an online novel tailored for you. The next is why I choose this for my creation. I create this software for two reasons. The first reason is that I like to read the online novels, but I often can't find the novels I want to read. The second reason is that today's young people basically like to read ebooks, but there are always some books want to read but they cannot find. So they can customize one on this software. The problem. The software I want to create is a casual software that not everyone has to have. The problem too. In dollars, I'd like be willing settle for about $20 because this software is in free, but I want to make a VIP in this software. So if you join the VIP, you can experience better service and only pay $20 for each year. We will continue to update and service according to the needs of VIP users. The next is competitive. Actually, according to the current internet competition, my generation software is small and transparent because there are a lot of novel software and generation software on the internet market, and many of them are free. On the right is a data of all the web novel apps like this. So that's all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you， 谢谢。好，现在呢，我们连线到温哥华，陈雨晴，10号的我们的选手。切断这个，我们去温哥华 ，Vancouver。好，现在连线温哥华，雨晴。Are you ready?
Hi everyone.
Okay, say that again.
Hi everyone. My name is.
No, you have somebody open the camera or open the microphone around you.
Yeah, sorry.
Turn off the others. Turn off the others. And lower a little bit. Lower the voice a little bit. Talk again, Yuqing.
Oh, here. Hello everyone. My name is Sophie Chen from Vancouver, and the company I'm doing is everyday shopping. Why? My mission is to make it easy to do business anywhere. I do this by giving suppliers the tools necessary to reach out a global audience for their products, and by helping buyers find products and suppliers quickly and efficiently. In this slide, I listed the common reasons that the online stores fails. The top reasons are unprofessional, dated design, having a poor on-site research engine, bad user experience, the lack of personalization, missing or unclear products information. The solution. Facing these shared problems, I come up with my own solution. The ability to build trust as well as predict and monitor the transactions on its platform with advanced technology and data techniques. I solve the common issues, taking all functions associated with retail and coordinate them online in a sprawling data-driven network of sellers, marketers, service providers, logistics companies, and manufacturers. In other words, I do what Amazon, eBay, PayPal, Google, FedEx wholesalers do. It also relies on advanced technology to expand its business and market. My value proposition. Value proposition reflects the most basic belief that a company holds. I offer 5 primary value propositions: accessibility, customization, convenience, risk reduction, and brand. In order to facilitate accessibility, my company creates platforms by enabling buyers and sellers to connect. Customization. In order to engage more customers and keep them interested in the platform, my company enables customization by personalizing the shopping experience. Its data analytic capabilities enable it to predict buyers' need and preferences and tailor products offering display accordingly, matching shoppers with relevant sellers. Convenience. To make shopping experiences easy and convenient for the customers, my company offers convenience by making its service easy to use, including shopping, logistics, refund, and return. Competitive advantage. At the same time, I try to remain competitive and strive to achieve competitive advantage in the internet economy through various differentiation strategies such as the use of technology, low cost or no listing fees for some business units. Everyday shopping has relied on technology to differentiate itself and create competitive advantage in the market. Diversity and specialization. It is a homegrown company with the most dominant presence in China's e-commerce industry. Everyday shopping operates diverse and complementary platforms under its umbrella, giving it an advantage over other companies specializing in online shopping and payment or only one platform. Financial marketing strategy. There are several marketing strategies like product innovation, pricing approach, and promotion planning. These business strategies based on marketing mix help the brand succeed in the market. Everyday shopping strategy helps the brand to position itself competitively in the market and achieve its business goals and objectives. Thank you everyone for listening to my presentation.
Thank you。好，现在呢，有请我们的11号，来自温哥华的 Andrew Zhang。Hello Andrew。11号 Andrew Zhang，Are you ready？ Andrew, you there? I only see Broadridge. Hello, Andrew. OK， 你可以开始了，我们
Hello
都能
everyone,
听
my
到。
name is Andrew, and I'm here to talk about my future business plan, Allerpan. This is a new product that no one has ever invented before. This is a pen that allows you to test and see if you're allergic to anything in the food you're eating at home or anywhere. Here's my business plan to succeed in this business. First, I need to find different professionals to help me with designing and figuring out how it functions. Second, after I finish designing it and get it to work, I will need to test the pen to see if it works or not. And if it doesn't, I will keep on testing and testing until it works. Thirdly, I will get everything together and make sure it works every time. Lastly, I will find a way to suitable for mass production, achieve affordable prices for buyers. Then I will utilize social media, advertise my product, so we'll get fame a lot quicker. And people can buy the Allerpan at pharmacy stores nearby. Why this idea? I want to make this pen because there are many cases out there where people don't know what's inside their food, and they're just eating and get allergic to it. For some people, an allergic reaction to a particular food may be uncomfortable, but not serious. But for others, food allergies can be threatening and even fatal. Food allergy symptoms usually occur when it's few minutes to 2 hours after eating the food that causes the allergy. In rare cases, symptoms may be delayed for several hours, and in rare cases, people can die from the food that their bodies don't like. So I want to make this product and save people from eating the food that they can't eat. How to use. People can instantly insert the pen to the food. Just minutes later, after the pen will change its color and the color matches the type. And here are my problems for few problems for the product. Pen's accuracy, making people trust the product, and a product that is too costly to massively produce, and getting people to know this product. Here are my solutions for them. I need to test this product many times to get the accuracy closest to 100% as possible, and then do a lot of testing and then publish them to make people trust this product. You need to lower the cost of the build for the massively produce, and making plans for people to remember the product, won't be annoyed by the amount of ads. And that's it. Thank you for listening, guys.
You done? Andrew? Finish. OK, thank you. 好，现在呢，我们可以一起连线到我们来看一下我们的视频，来自温哥华的视频，我们的19号杜子爵。19号。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Duke Du from China, and I'm so sorry I cannot attend the meeting because of the time difference. So hope you all enjoy it, and here is my business proposal. Here is our agenda. In this PowerPoint, we'll talk about the why, the problem, the solutions, value propositions, competitions, and financial analysis. The first thing is about the why. Our project is named by A-Star, and A-Star's duty is to set up coffee corners in schools so that everyone can drink cheap and quick coffees. But why I want to start this project? There must be some problems in the market. Here are 3 major problems, and the first is the position. The nearest cafe is 15 minutes away, and the price of their coffee is usually high, around like 20 yuan. And the most important issue is time. The coffee is usually delivered to the consumers, and this process will usually cost around 30 minutes. But some guys cannot wait for 30 minutes, so we need some solutions. So we set the coffee machine directly in the school with a price below than 10 yuan. And this brings us some advantages, which is convenient. Our consumers can buy on the way to study. And our coffee are cheap, much cheaper than the coffee of other brands. And the most important thing is we are making quick coffees. You only need to wait 1 minute for each cup of coffee. So after talking the solutions, I want to talk about the value propositions of A-Star. So the first is accessibility. A-Star set up multiple coffee machines in different places, including campus building, dining hall, in order to ensure teachers and students can drink a cup of coffee everywhere in the school. And then is customization. The coffee machine provides the function of customizations which consumers can change the ratio of the ingredients in coffee. In this way, consumers will be an important role in the production of the coffee. Then, let's talk about our competitors. Based on our market survey, we know that the latte is the most popular type of coffee in our market. So I listed some of the data from the official websites of some brands of their latte. So for Starbucks, a cup of 12-ounce latte costs 30 yuan, Luckin 16-ounce, 29, but in A-Star 10-ounce only costs 10 yuan. So to be more directly, I scaled up the data based on the Luckin. For Starbucks, a 16-ounce latte costs 40 yuan. Luckin latte is 29, but in A-Star, 16 ounces of latte only cost you 16 yuan. And the beans, the milk, we use the same milk and beans, so the quality will be similar. No need to worry about that. And the last part is our financial analysis. Here is our business model. The students and teachers in the school pay for the coffee they drink from our coffee machine. And we have different prices for different type of coffee, but all of that, the prices is below 20 yuan. And around 30% of the transaction will be profit in average. Here is our marketing strategy. We would like to promote the coffee by video, upload to TikTok or YouTube. First, make the school famous, then make the coffee famous. Therefore, our potential consumers change from the students and professors in the school to everyone that are using TikTok or YouTube. Here's our investment ask. For a capital purchasing part, we would like to buy 2 Dr. Coffee F11 IoT with 2 fridges to storage milk, which will cost 18,000 yuan, and our beta testing. We want coffee beans, milks, cups, sugars, and in total this will cost 4,500 yuan. And the promoting part, we need to design and print the ads, which will cost 800 yuan, and the decorations. We want the coffee corners to be to have a comfortable atmosphere, so we need to purchase some plants, tablecloths, storage box, or something like that, which will cost 1,000 yuan in total. So we are looking for an investment of 24,000 yuan, which is equivalent to $3,300. And that's all for my proposal. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Okay, thank you， 谢谢。接下来呢是我们的温哥华视频，我们的20号参赛者 Sophia Xu。
So after a long day of work or school, or in occasions where you need to use your phone very often, or at a concert where you need to take a lot of pictures or videos, our battery get easily depleted, and people often forgot to bring their portable chargers because they're in a rush or simply do not have one. And the second issue that a lot of us encounter in daily life was predators at night. So if you're doing a night shift, or you get off of work very late, so when your phones are running low on battery and you don't have the option to reach out for help, and that is very dangerous, especially for women, because we're very vulnerable during night. And here I present you a solution: rent a charge. So what exactly is rent a charge? So rack banks set up around Vancouver carry portable chargers, which can be rented out for those in need of battery. So as we stated in our mission statement, we strive to give our customer peace of mind, removing the worry of a dead phone. So our customers can simply drop by any of the rent a charge locations and rent out our portable chargers. and we have 12 stations in total, and they can return charges in any of our 12 stations. And it's very convenient since customers don't have to stress out about running back to the station where they borrowed it, but they can just simply return it in any of our 12 locations. And next, I'll be giving you more details about our company, who are we going to partner with, where we're going to get our products from, and all the other specific details. So first of all, who are we going to work with, right? So the main power bank, we're mainly going to get our product from Roma's Technology, because not only Roma's address our customers' needs by having such a large, high-capacity battery, but also uses ethical material and also have this transparent manufacturing process, which is extremely important. As business owners, we have the responsibility to take care of the environment by promoting sustainability and also protecting employees that work for us and not just earning money. Yeah, and that's basically the two main reasons why we chose Roma's. Sustainable, and it is also, by having this transparent manufacturing processes, it protects our employees. And for example, rentable charges at parks, which is Stanley Park, one of our 12 locations. It can be solar powered, meaning it's going to be charged by the sun because it's very hot during summer. And chargers in the malls can be created with certified recycled plastic and composable battery, which is all very eco-friendly again, because it's also one of our main goal as a business owner. So partners and relations. So our target customers are mainly focused on three main population: students, working class, commuters. And we especially emphasize students because a lot of us, we go to concerts all the time, we take a lot of pictures, we take a lot of videos, and we really need a portable charger because the whole point of being at a concert is kind of like posting on your social media, so we're going to use our phone a lot. And age is going to be mostly 15 to 40 because that's where the time you use your phone a lot, you take a lot of pictures, you talk to your friends on social media, and less as we can see in a PowerPoint, as you reach above 65 years old, is going to be very less customers since they're not going to use our phones a lot. So that's how we came out with our target customers. And for promotion, we're going to have like three main ways of promoting our brand. First one's like making our website, of course, kind of gives our customer a clear view of what we do and our goals, missions, etc. And second one is creating a social media account, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. And we're going to use free resources by hashtags or like tagging locations to get more exposure. There's also in a lot of apps such as Instagram and TikTok, they have a creators plan, meaning that they help you to boost your post, to have like you pay $1 or $2 per post to get more exposure. I think that's also a great way to promote our brand, and also most importantly ads on Google Maps, because every time we go somewhere we always go to our Google Maps and see all the available things. So yeah, and that would potentially cost us $200. And next on some logistic plans. So as I mentioned before, we're gonna have 12 locations. We put 3 for Stanley Park because it's a park, we usually take pictures, we hang out there, etc. Vancouver Art Gallery because again, a lot of visitors are gonna visit us in there, and it's an art gallery, so we always take a lot of pictures. We all kind of like be inspired by the artworks. The civic centers, because there's a lot of people, a lot of working classes, very busy. Canada Line, North Charm, and Rogers Arena. Obviously, Rogers Arena, all the big concerts happen in Rogers Arena, so which is also why we put 3. We have like 3 our locations instead of like 1 or 2, because yeah, a lot of people are gonna use it. So how to pay? So step 1. Just scan the QR code of our website, which is printed on the surface of our rack banks. Step 2 is choose your estimated time of charge and pay. So there's no cash, you just use your debit card, credit card, or e-transfer, whatever, and you pay. And step 3 is a deposit, which is $39.99. And this will be given back after returning of a charger, so just in case if you steal our charger or anything happen, damages, etc. And last, portable charger will be available for use, obviously. And next are revenue plans. So the least amount of renting time is like an hour, so it will only cost the customer $1.99. And then after the first hour is going to be 0.99 hour for each additional hour. And if it's 24 hours, it's going to be $9.99. And the max we have is $39.99 is for those one who damage or return the portable chargers, who did not return the portable chargers. So that's the maximum our customer's going to pay, which is like around $40. So now on to break-even analysis. So our startup cost is $4,300. It includes everything we need to start our business, which is portable chargers and charging boxes for 12 stations because, yeah, charging boxes is really important because we just don't want to have our portable chargers not being 100% full capacity. And our variable cost is the rent we have to pay for the 12 locations. That is 5% sale of our per station. That is approximately $420 according to our minimum profit. And our minimum profit after a year is $866, which means that there will be one customer renting 1 hour every day for a year. So that's how we came up with our minimum profit. There's obviously going to have more people renting and every day. So that's just kind of like a quick calculation of the minimum profit. And yeah, that's basically much it. Again, for when you're low, on the go. Thank you.
好，接下来呢，我们一起来看温哥华的视频，来自于21号的选手金看徐。我们来看一下21号选手。
Hello everyone, my name is Jack, and our product will be Heat and Chill, and our product is a water bottle. And first, the why. So Heat and Chill's mission is to help create an environment that hot water and smoothies are easily accessible, and it's also instantly. Also, to save money and save more electricity use within, we'll use mini solar panels for charging for the bottle. So first, the problem. It is a source of keeping hot drinks for seniors and infants, like the regular water bottles. For the seniors and infants, they have to have the hot drinks made ready in the bottle and then wait until a certain amount of time. When they drink it, the drinks will probably not as warm as it was first made or it was it was meant to be. Okay, the second way is to a way to boil instant food. Just for example, instant ramen. Instant ramens need hot water to boil, and it has to be boiling, or else the noodle will not be cooked and cooked properly, and it will not be food safe. So, with the water from a regular thermal bottle, the water would not be as warm, and the noodle would not be as good as if it was boiled. It was just boiled. And the third way, it's a source to keep cool on a hot day. So, for example, you want to drink smoothie on a very hot day, then your smoothie might melt in the regular bottle, but with these bottles, we're able to keep cool whenever we want, and then we're able to freeze it whenever we want, and therefore that we'll be able to keep cool on a hot day. And last, it saves money from buying expensive drinks. For example, you don't necessarily want to buy smoothies from a gasoline station. It is more expensive than homemade, and it is, and you wouldn't know like what material they put in there. While you could buy a Coke and you can put it in a bottle and freeze it to the right amount, and it will be a Coke smoothie, the same either way. So it saves money and it's more safe because you know what you're doing instead of you are just buying material from others. And the solution. So first, it saves time and it has better accessibility. For example, you're working in an office and then you have the kettle like in another office. You can easily heat up water from this bottle instead of needing to boil water in another kettle and then having to bring it back. And also, it has better accessibility. You can boil water whenever you want or freeze them whenever you want. And therefore, if you have the bottle, you can do whatever you want in everywhere. So the second one, it saves money from buying unnecessary drinks. Just as I mentioned, it will save money. You don't need to buy expensive drinks. You can make them yourself. And with the freezing feature of the bottle, we can make many more smoothies, or we can make ice also with the bottle. And third, it saves more energy than regular freezer and kettle. Since we have many solar panels on the top, then it will be able to we don't need to plug it in order for it to work, and then we can charge it up with sunlight. Therefore, that it saves more energy than regular ones, and it's also easier to carry around. Since it's only a size of a water bottle, then it wouldn't be as big as a kettle or as large as a freezer. And people who likes drinks whenever they want, they can carry it to everywhere. Okay, value proposition. So this is when the products are first on sale. Customers want to drink fresh tea from boiling water, but was not able to due to the water that had been cooled down as time passed. So, such as people who are on trips or who are hiking in the forest, they usually would need water after a long period of time. And when they want hot drinks on a very cold day in the forest, they want to make it boiling. And with the tea or the hot drinks pre-made and put it in the bottle, it wouldn't be as warm as it was when it's first made. So it wouldn't be as effective, or it wouldn't be as comfortable as the other one. And we are able to make a warm tea or warm hot drinks whenever you want because of the boiling feature from the bottle. And second, customers who like to travel have a better way to keep their drinks as they wanted them warm or cool. So for travelers who likes traveling around the world, they might not be able to access hot waters or cold waters whenever they can. And with this bottle, they don't need to worry about it because as long as they have the water, they can make it themselves.
好 ，Thank you. Now we'll please welcome the number 22, Lori Liu from Waterloo. 我们22号。
My business plan is about the restaurant. It's a traditional Chinese restaurant, not only guaranteeing the deliciousness and wearable food, but also the quality for all the real materials. The warm decoration for the restaurant definitely let customers feel comfortable. The logo that I made is a curved linear circle, symbolizes the branch for the tea leaves, and use the warm color for the background. For the cost estimate, if asking for 25,000 as an estimate, 30% is cash usage amount, and 30% is the receipt amount. Then the range is about 0.3 millions. The total amount for ingredients and bill range is about 0.5 millions. And the decoration and tableware decoration is about 0.8 millions. And the cost for hiring chefs and server will be about 0.5 millions. That means the total infrastructure construction is about 20,000. The income estimate, there are 8 hours for opening times. Assuming that there are 10 customers coming in every hour and have an average purchase amount for like $15, that means the daily income will be about $1,200 and a month will be about $3 million. Take the cost and tax away and there will be at least $8,300 if there is no accidents. Our restaurant serves lots of Cantonese Chinese traditional refreshments, and our special meal is chicken soup. There are 3 main service requirements in our restaurant. There are business concepts, food for service, and the work attitude. Those 3 things are the most important requests in the restaurant. The same for our restaurant is Chinese style, but in a more simple and elegant design compared to others. The furniture is mainly sold in light colors wood furniture. We use curved flowers as the main content on the wall, with painting screens as the decorations. In the restaurant, we got lots of entertainment while waiting. You can pick a magazine on the shelf or watching television on the wall. Your children will have fun with the colorful paper and crayon. We are confident about how those entertainments can bring joy to our customers while waiting or snacking on some good food. Monday is the resting day for all the employees. And Tuesday to Friday, we open up at 7 in the morning and 3 p.m. in the afternoon. On Saturday and Sunday, we opened up at 7:30 and end up at 3:30 p.m. This restaurant includes food for any age target, especially for the parents with children and middle schoolers, based on the low price and faster server for the dishes. So all the customers can afford our food and enjoy it happily, especially for the parents with children. Kids can play some games or drawing with free crayons in the corner. Let their parents share their food happily without considering what their children are doing. Some marketing components. So that's kind of my advertisement for the restaurant.
Get ready.
There are some coupons, flyers, events for the restaurant, and this is kind of my business card. And those kind of the following questions we can ask, see to the customers and see what things we can change after. And that's all. Thank you for listening.
好，谢谢，特别棒。好，非常感谢我们莅临的各位嘉宾朋友，感谢我们的 judges 辛苦了。那现在有请我们温哥华，我们再连线啊，我们多伦多的所有的 contestant 到我们的舞台上来，邀请各位一起来。对，好，谢谢。好，谢谢，包括我们2位主持人一起到台上来，有请。Okay, Joe, please pick your microphone and then highlight somebody.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you. So, can you hear me now? Yes. Okay, so first of all, overall, really good job. I think you all did a lot of good work on that, and I was really impressed by that. I come from a finance background, so I would have liked to see more financial analysis. Again, where did you spend your money? How are you going to spend your money? And what's going to be the payback? So we missed a lot of that, but I know it was difficult to do in some of those situations. And the other thing I can say from my experience in working at a bank, one of the things when you present to a vice president, if there's any typos, they notice that first. Then they don't listen anymore. So it's very important. There were a few of you that didn't spell check. It's important to spell check and make sure there's no errors. So that would be one of my suggestions for you. But overall, good job. I learned a lot of interesting businesses, and maybe some of them will be a success in the future. So congratulations.
Yes, you talk about financing things, so the money is there. Okay, guys. Okay, Jane.
Echoing what Joel said, I think overall everybody did a phenomenal job. Every year I'm always so impressed by the creativity and the out-of-the-box thinking from all of our contestants and competitors, so thank you guys so much for that. One kind of blanket feedback for everybody is that I noticed that you guys all started with a problem, which is great, but not every problem is actually worth solving. So you guys have to ask yourself, is my solution the solution that my customers will actually pay for, right? Because if people aren't willing to pay for your solution, there is no viable business. So next year, I would love to see a little bit more time spent on the financials. So how exactly your company is going to make money, how much are your potential customers going to pay for your potential products, and like Joel said, a little bit more of the financials. But overall, I think you guys all did an awesome job. So great pat on the back, and see you all next year.
Thank you. Okay, wonderful, Coach. Okay, 现在呢，我们一起连线，来 ，Let's go on the Zoom stage and Professor 郑中马，好，我们大家一起来。
All right, very good. You know, I would last like to say, so I cannot say too much. I guess lots of things have been said. So really, great ideas. Many ideas that have been said. Think out of the box. Now, many of this idea I never thought about. That's really interesting, and in terms of problems and solutions, vision statement, etc. But I do echo what has been said, that you need to make sure it's your proposal or your presentation make business sense. One word would be you have to have certain feasibility study, whether your plan or proposal will be, you know, let's say accepted by your potential investors. and the money, right? You want the money, so they have to make sure that it's really your plan is going to work. Many times you have to think it over again to give a little bit more details, say how we're going to make it work. So just the patient, they itself may not be enough, because we see a few presentations just about I want this to be. That's it. And when you can try to compare your products, I believe mine is better. But do you have evidence to support that kind of a claim, right? That is very important. That's why I said your proposal needed to make business sense. So, but overall, really great ideas. I hope that we're going to see some of the ideas that become really business plan, and we get the money from our judges, right? Thank you.
OK，Thank you。好，现在呢，把时间交给我们的2位主持人，请大家一起到我们的台前来，有请各位。好，主持人来做 wrapping up。
What an amazing group of talented young entrepreneurs. Thank you, everyone.
感谢每位精彩演讲的选手们。
好，那现在呢，在这里也要提前向大家预告一下，我们的颁奖典礼呢会是在我们的12月17号，请各位选手以及家长朋友，还有我们的各位嘉宾朋友们预留我们的时间。现在请我们瑞邦金融总裁廖总，还有我们4位我们的评委 judges please be on the stage. Let's have a group picture. 谢谢。Thank you. Lots of hard work. Okay. So our award ceremony going to happen on December 17th. OK， 请到中间。半圆形，半圆形出来，对，好，好，好 ，Thank you。好，再次感谢我们的主办方瑞邦金融。好，玉华也来。好，再次感谢瑞邦资产管理博富平台，我们2022年加拿大青少年商业创意大赛圆满成功。我们12月17号再见。谢谢，辛苦了，台前幕后所有的工作人员辛苦了，谢谢，谢谢 ，Thank you。好 ，Thank you。